next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
We're back. It's a new week. Crunch Time here at Woodward Sports, 11 to 1. We got big news coming out right before the show, man. Dusty May, see you later.
No.
New head coach of the Dallas Mavericks. Leaves Michigan. We'll talk about that. Trade rumors for the Detroit Pistons continuing to heat up, but maybe not good news for the Detroit Pistons. We'll get to that as well. Lots to cover today. We'll talk some Lions in the second hour, but we got Michigan fans in the studio. Booner, KG,
So
along with Jeff Iafrate, Caleb Zarnick.
Do we have that
need
Taps
immediate
music?
reactions.
Do we have the Taps music?
No,
we do not.
I feel like we need to get that on sound because this feels like a moment where we can just hit that and just take a moment of silence for all the Michigan fans, for everyone. We just coming off a national championship. This might be one of the most devastating moments as a Michigan fan.
It's up there.
Recently Jim Harbaugh go to the Chargers. Going off a national, it's just 2 times. We win 2 national championships, and just when you think, okay, we can go back to back, you lose Jim Harbaugh, and then you lose Dusty May.
It's the new rite of passage as a Michigan coach.
We could say this too, like college sports, and we talk about this a lot with college football, but it applies to college basketball as well. NIL players will get handed millions of dollars of cash and then end up transferring a year later. It happens with college players. College coaches, they're getting paid a lot of money too, and they have free reign to kind of do whatever. We have Dusty May who signed an extension, and there was
2 months ago.
There was interest from the NBA. It was the Magic. The Mavericks have been looking for a new head coach, Usai Majiri, who was he used to run the Raptors, by the way. He brought the Toronto Raptors a championship, is now in control of the Mavericks, and they aren't playing around, dude. They went after Dusty May. And I know we were talking about this before the show, and I know the raw reaction from Michigan fans is to be frustrated and upset, which I understand. Trust me, I get it. The guy brought you a championship. You think you're on the basically right there with a dynasty in your hands. It feels like Dusty May is an elite head coach, and boom, he's gone. And to be honest with you, I'm on Dusty May's side.
I am too.
I understand it. I really do. And
Booner been struggling.
I know people don't want to hear it. I know people don't want to hear it, but. For every, Dan Hurley, there is a Dusty May, where there's a head coach like Dusty May who has a ton of interest from the NBA, but he has NBA aspirations. And he might not make it publicly known, but at the end of the day, as an elite head coach as he is, tactically, he fits the game of the NBA. And you have a franchise like the Dallas Mavericks, by the way, Texas, no state income tax, so you're getting paid.
Money, that doesn't matter.
So money doesn't matter.
Non-factor.
But okay, so
he could have got. He could have gotten any price he wanted to stay at Michigan. Ward Manuel would have given him the check. If he say, how much is the Mavs getting you? Okay, we'll give you that.
But here's the difference.
The money, I don't think is
Booner,
an issue.
Michigan, 6% tax or
again,
0% tax?
When you're making that much money, I get it, but it's
okay. Take the money away.
Non-factor.
NBA, Michigan. He gets to coach the Dallas Mavericks. You get to have Cooper Flagg a part of your franchise. You have a top 10 pick, and that sounds pretty good. If you're going to take the jump to the NBA, coaching the Dallas Mavericks is more intriguing to me than coaching the Orlando Magic. So I know those rumors are floating around.
It's just,
but of course he was going to take that job.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. I brought up the Dan Hurley situation. Dan Hurley goes back to back at UConn, has an opportunity to take the Lakers, one of the probably the most prestigious job in the NBA. The Los Angeles Lakers organization has the money, has the deal on the table. There's rumors and reports saying, hey, Dan's going to take the deal. LeBron's there. Obviously, at that time, AD was there. And what does Dan Hurley decide to do? He decided, hey, I want to keep building a legacy at UConn. That's what I want. I've already started the legacy. I want to continue this, and I want to try and go down as one of the greatest college coaches of all time. That's Dan Hurley, right? And this is maybe as a Michigan fan, the naive kind of just like just blinders on. I thought in April, you win a national championship in March. April comes out saying Dusty May is getting a new contract extension. He's going to be, and he legit says on air, I can't remember if it was on Fox or whatever it was on. He goes on and he says, I'm going to be the head coach at Michigan for years to come. The contract's in place. It's all done. Everything's it's set and sealed, basically. I don't know if it got signed.
It didn't.
Or if there was just it's all but signed, right? No pen to paper. But when you go publicly, this is my only issue. When you go publicly and say, hey, I'm going to be the Michigan coach for years to come, and you say that publicly, and that was through the whole rumors of the Magic stuff, right? That's where I go, okay, don't publicly say it. Hey, if you know there's a chance in a couple months you might take an NBA job or there's a world, just, hey, sit back. You don't have to go to Michigan fans and say, hey, I'm going to be here for years to come. And then within 2 months, you're like, I'm out. Because you had an opportunity, and again, this is maybe my Michigan blinders, you had an opportunity to be the greatest, one of the best head coaches in college history. If you stayed at Michigan, you're the favorites to go back-to-back, like big favorites. You're building great, your NILs, everything is perfect at Michigan. You're great in the transfer portal. You're getting a great recruiting class. Everything was lining up for the next 6 to 7 years. Michigan is the kind of the top of college basketball. You are now where, I'm not going to say Duke because they were so long, but in that year, that span, you're one of the best there is. You had an opportunity to be one of the best programs, if not the best program in college basketball for the next 5 to 6 years. And as KG said before the show, like, to have a statue. Like, if you went out there and won 2 or 3 national championships in the next 7 years, you're sitting there and you're like, hey, you got a statue. You're one of the greatest ever, man. Like, you did it. Like, Dan Hurley's going to continue at UConn. He's probably going to win another national championship at some point, and he's going to be one of the greatest college basketball coaches that we've ever seen.
And that's what he wants.
That's what again, if that's what Dusty wants, fine. But my only issue, hey man, just don't come out and say you're going to be here for years, a month ago or 2 months ago, and then turn around. Just don't say it. Like, you can go on live TV and have these conversations, and your job is literally to be able to say things in the public and be strategic about it. He wasn't. He legit told Michigan fans, "I'm here for years," and then leaves.
Did
respect
you ever consider
him.
that maybe people's feelings changed? Maybe one day he did feel like he was going to.
But again, I don't care about it if your feelings are changing. You should know as the head of the organization at Michigan. Like, just be careful with that stuff. If you know, hey, there might be a chance I go to the NBA in the next year or two, don't tell Michigan fans you're going to be here for years to come.
But I think the biggest thing that kind of pointed to he could do this is the fact he didn't sign the extension. Like, it was sitting.
But why?
Won the Natty,
I get that, but why go publicly?
To sign the extension.
Again, then if you haven't signed it yet, why go publicly and tell Michigan fans I'm going to be here for years to come? Just don't say that.
Let me ask you this then.
I think it's as simple as that.
You're Dusty May. Okay, you have to think about recruiting, and you have to, if you're someone who's going to commit to Michigan or transfer to Michigan, you want there to be some indication that Dusty May is going to be there. So if you're Dusty May, you're in an interview, or you're being asked about staying in Michigan, and you're not really sure, what do you say? Because you don't want to say the wrong thing, so recruits and guys that are transferring don't be like, well, that guy's out
I
here.
love Michigan. I'm focused on just the where we're at right now, enjoying the national championship.
So that sounds non-committal. So now, as a recruit, I'm hesitant committing to your university.
That's fine.
Or transferring.
As a fan, I'd rather hear that than hear you're going to be here for years and sign a contract extension and then dip.
He has to say
Listen,
that.
this is the thing, and like, I'll be honest, like, both are true. Like, one, I love Dusty May for doing what he did in Michigan. Like, he brought us a national championship. He made us one of the best, if not the best. He probably set us up for the next couple of years, even if they bring a coach in, if players stay. But also, I hate the fact that he decided to leave. And it's not like I understand him as a person. I do understand he had to make that decision for his career and his family and all that. Like, I understand that. Yeah. He's going to the NBA. You cannot, like, there is the world where it's like you can't be mad at a college coach for taking a professional job. That's the next step, right?
It is.
Like, that's the pinnacle is the pros. So he obviously in his mind wants to go win an NBA championship. So he wants to do that. I respect that. But as a fan, as someone who is like, I thought we were about to go on a generational run, I think it's okay for Michigan fans out there to be a little upset about it.
No, absolutely.
And I used the word scumbag earlier. It wasn't. Maybe that was an initial reaction of like,
much.
Yeah, a little too much.
He's
but
not
again,
your own. It's okay.
I felt like I just got shot in the back. So as soon as you get shot in the back, you're like, oh, you look back, who shot you? Someone you know. Scumbag, dude. That's how I look at it. Maybe he's not a scumbag because I get the intent and what he was doing. But it does hurt. As a Michigan fan, it hurts because you were supposed to go win a back-to-back national championship. And, like, this is my thought. I told you, KG, Dusty May was going to have an opportunity to be an NBA head coach next year, the year after, the year after. Like, he was going to have this opportunity for the next few years. And people would be like, well, you never know. No,
True,
you do know. They were going to continue to be great.
I believe situations matter as well. That's kind of why I don't necessarily like your Dan Hurley example because, yeah, he had the Lakers job, and yes, on paper, it's a prestigious job. But you got to look at the situation that they were in. You just coming off firing Darvin Ham. It's a very, very toxic work environment. Jeannie Buss literally took off from the team. And you had a situation in which you have LeBron LeBron and AD. They weren't winning. So I don't think that was the most attractive job at the time, and that's why Dan Hurley decided to stay back. With this situation right here, you got the number 9 pick.
Yep.
You have a
Flag.
young Cooper Flag, just drafted. He's supposed to be the future of the Dallas Mavs franchise. And you have new people in the front office in terms of who's running the team.
Again, I don't think the job he took is the worst.
Yeah,
so like,
on top of the fact,
it's
no
an opportunity.
Tax. Like,
it's an opportunity.
Situations matter.
No matter what, he was going to have opportunities the next 4 or 5 years. I think this is just me coping. If I'm being honest,
I agree.
It's
I
just
think
me
it is you
coping.
coping.
I don't think it's a bad thing that people in the chat are like, oh, why are you so mad at like. I understand why he left. Guys.
Yeah, I think
and there is this side though where it's like I'm a little pissed off about it because there was the contract extension potentially.
I understand that.
He said that he was going to stay for the next few years.
I get it.
You were literally I saw the odds. You were like plus 600 to win the national championship next year. It was a massive favorite, and now we just dropped down to like plus 2200. And it's like now you don't know if players are going to leave. It's when a coach leaves, portal opens for them again for X amount of days. So now it's like you just come off a national championship, trying to go back to back, and now this just hits. And I know it sucks the timing of it because you wish it was 2 months ago when all this was going down, but obviously the job wasn't open then.
But you would feel a lot worse if he didn't do this coming off of a championship.
Yeah, that's where I'm with Dusty because your stock's all time.
At least you won a national championship at the end of the day.
Championship. The stock's the highest. You take a job. It's the perfect time to do so.
And you can't guarantee the future.
You can't guarantee the future. And also, if it doesn't work out in the NBA, he'll get a college job at the end of the day. Like he will. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? He can pick where he wants to go. We actually are going to be joined by Neil Rule. He has some of the contract details. We're going to VMix Neil Rule.
Hey, can we get a couple? We got some real quick.
Yeah,
Neil's
he
joining.
couldn't help
We got
him,
some
he couldn't just
chats.
wait till tomorrow, man.
We got some chats here. Michael Weary said, gave $5, appreciate it. He said the poll is unfair. May made the best decision for him, not for U of M. I think that's fair, and that is the best decision for him and his family. At the end of the day, I mean, the guy has a professional job. Do I think it's? I don't want to say scumbag move. What's another word I can use instead of scumbag?
I don't even have another word for it. I think, like you say it yourself. We talked about this. You said it yourself with the Brandon Sorsby situation, right? It's the Wild West in college sports.
It is.
And I get to go to an organized league, the pros.
Yeah.
And I don't have to deal with this NIL bullshit.
And make more money.
And you make more money. Yeah. Like and I get to coach pros.
Really, Mr. Biggs, $2. A college legend is a dead term. Yeah, I mean, at this point, with everyone leaving, players going back and forth, it is the Wild West. I will say this, and this is just an opinion I've always had for college coaches, and Caleb brought up like, hey, you haven't seen a lot of college coaches leave for the pros recently. What was it? He said it was John Beilein.
John Beilein
was the last
one to do it.
You see Dan Hurley kind of turn that down. I do think there's a sense of, and tell me if I'm wrong on this, boys, when you're a college coach, you do have to pick the correct time to go because there's really no going back to like you can make. He probably can rebuild a program at some point in his future, but he had something in his hands to where he could have for the next 15 years been elite. He chose to leave. Right, which again, kudos to him, but he could have had a legacy and then go and had another legacy in the NBA. There's a timetable for that stuff, in my opinion, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's how I always look at it with college football as well, is when you leave, look how hard it is sometimes to come back and be that guy again. It's hard because, you have to rebuild what you did and duplicate that, which not a lot of coaches can do. Even if you're a great coach, hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I feel like with the Dallas situation, you have a chance to really mold that team in your image.
Yeah,
they're young. They have a lot of promise, coming up in future years. So it makes perfect sense. And once again, the tax makes a difference.
Yeah, and they have competent people running the organization now.
I would like to, before we go to break, I would like to say Phil C. said Booner should apply for the job. He was a great college coach. I will put my hat in the ring. I will shoot over I'll update my resume. I'll shoot it over to Ann Arbor. I'll make sure my resume gets to the Chrysler Center, and we'll see where we go from there.
Let's go to break. For Michigan fans, I have the perfect place you could talk to during this time. It's Pure Psychiatry.
I'd need it.
All you guys need it. All right? We talk about sports, Dusty May leaving specifically, but at Woodward Sports, with our friends over at Pure Psychiatry, combined, you are never alone, and neither is your mental health journey. Pure Psychiatry provides personalized psychiatric care designed specifically for you, not a cookie-cutter plan. It could be the Dusty May situation or anything else going on in your life. Pure Psychiatry has 16 locations in Michigan, 2 in Ohio, and they make getting help accessible and comfortable. So please visit the website, PurePsychMI.com, if you're thinking about getting help.
Neil Rule and Sean Belizean wake you up every Monday through Friday on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. That's right, Big D Energy has moved to mornings. Get your morning dose of Neil's tone and Sean's insanity. Weekdays 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Two Detroit sports legends coming together for the best Detroit sports morning show there is. Big D Energy, waking you up weekdays on Detroit's #1 sports network.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Jahmyr Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
One. Buddy's Pizza is celebrating 80 years of the original Detroit-style pizza, and they are grateful to be your hometown favorite. Follow their social channels and join the rewards program to see what they have planned throughout 2026. Add some Detroit-style to your next event with Buddy's Catering. The menu is packed with fan favorites, including their award-winning pizza, signature salads, home-style pastas, and more. Save 20% on your next catering order of $200 or more when you order with promo code Woodward20. Visit buddyspizza.com/catering to view their complete menu and place your order today.
And we're joined by a host of Big D Energy. Going to give us some more details on this Dusty May situation here. Fan of Michigan? No, I'm just kidding. Neil Rule, come on over here, Neil. How we doing?
What? Why does everybody have that look on their face, Iafrate? You have that like you're trying not to laugh, but you're going to laugh. KG, that right there. Why is everybody like that right now?
You just couldn't help yourself. You couldn't wait till tomorrow morning, you son of a bitch.
No, I have relevant stuff for the network, KG, like relative details that. Yeah, no, Booner, look, this is legitimate stuff, by the way, and I did just put out on X, like, look, I've talked to a couple of people that I know just to kind of like get some of the details of it. So just for like everybody's knowledge there, Dusty May does owe Michigan a $5 million buyout. That is confirmed. So there is a buyout that he has to pay to leave to go to the NBA. But I think in like, look, it shouldn't be as shocking as it is to everybody. Like, granted, because of the stakes and they won a national title, everyone's going to feel a certain kind of way. There was a contract that was supposedly extended to him that he had not signed, which I do believe, because this happened last year and nobody really talked about it because he didn't leave to go to the NBA. The contract that he's on this year, that's paying him just under $5 million per year, he didn't sign last year until July 8th. So when you came to this year, then the contract offer, with obviously with the raise and all that stuff was on the table for him. But again, he didn't sign it. And now it seems kind of clear, obviously, as to why he did not. And last year he didn't get that NBA opportunity, and this year he did. So he was purposeful with his actions and what he did, and he just wanted to go coach in the NBA. And why would you not, right? Like, that's what he wants to do. He wants to go to the NBA. He didn't stab Michigan in the back like Booner says or anything like that. He was working under the terms of his contract. He did nothing immoral or anything like that. He put options out there for himself. He acted on those options, and he owes Michigan nothing other than the $5 million buyout, because that's the way the real world works, everybody. And he wanted to go somewhere else. I know that's tough for you guys to hear, but those are the facts. And he's an elite coach. He's been an elite coach. Yeah. He will probably continue to be an elite coach. And he already runs NBA action in his offense. And it will stun me if he's not successful in the NBA too, because he's elite at what he does. So anything other than that is just people's feelings. Like, this is the business end of it. We should have seen this coming, I guess, to some degree, because he literally did the same thing last year. So, he just didn't get the opportunity. This time he did. So that's it.
I mean, Neil, I know we talked about, me, you, and Booner were talking about a couple weeks ago in the office with this Sorsby situation, how, Booner's passionate about the college athletics being the wild, wild west, and we talked about players getting paid, and this is a prime example of coaches being like, hey, man, you're going to take a better offer at the next level, kind of to the NBA there, and get not only in a state with no state taxes, but to coach Cooper Flag and get to coach in the NBA. What do you kind of think now with the? I know we talked about it in the back, but now that we have you on to kind of reiterate what you were telling us about, this is how it is in college sports across the college basketball and college football.
this is how it is in life, everybody.
Yeah.
Like he was in a spot, and Michigan gave him, like, Michigan allowed for this opportunity, right? When they agreed, because when they redid his contract last year, that buyout was put in there. So Michigan knew that this was out there. You know, they wouldn't, you know, if they didn't, they obviously wouldn't have put a $5 million buyout in there. And, you know, the bottom line, I guess, in all of it is he's going to make a hell of a lot more money than $4.85 million or $4.5 million or whatever that number was. Like, under this current contract, he had a rolling $250,000, I want to say it was a rolling $250,000 raise. Like, that's laughable, dude. Like, I mean, it is. And so, like, yeah, Jeff, like, it goes back to all this before. This is where we are. He negotiated this opportunity going forward. This was always going to be his goal, to get to the NBA. Didn't get the chance last year, got it this year. This is the way the real world works, everybody. It's a big boy world out there, and Dusty May laid it out and acted upon it. Booner, I'm sorry, bro. This is the real world now we're living in.
No, listen, Neil. I like when you talked to me back there. That's first initial reaction. I think for any fan or any person in this little bubble we live in sports, I think it's fair to initially react the way I did, where it's, hey, I did say the word scumbag. I maybe too much, because it's a decision. Like, if I was in that position, I probably would have considered the NBA as well. But the moments of it for me, like the first initial moment, it's, hey, I expected this program to go on for the next 5 or 6 years under Dusty May, to build one of the greatest runs in college basketball that we've seen. That was my expectation. So when something like this hits, I think it's fair for Michigan fans to a little bit be like, oh my gosh. Like, and especially I brought this up a month or two ago when Dusty May's doing interviews for the national championship, and the extension situation comes out. I know there wasn't pen to paper, but when he does say nationally, hey, I will be the Michigan head coach for years to come, until, he said, at least until my son is gone from Michigan, I can see where Michigan fans a little bit are like, hey man, you did on national TV commit to that. And I know that it's not pen to paper, it's the Wild West, it's the business, I get it, but just don't go out and say those things knowing, hey, I'm probably going to leave at some point before that. So like that's all my only issue, because I do respect, you know, he did come to Michigan, he changed the program, he won a national championship. Would I have loved a back-to-back? 100%. But I do understand the business side. I saw someone in the chat earlier say, like, hey man, if you have a professional job opportunity, you take it. Like, especially in the NBA. You can't just pass those up. You don't know when they come around. But that's my only thing with Dusty May. It's, hey, man, just don't publicly go out and say, hey, I will be here for the next few years because my kid's here, and then a month later take that opportunity. I get it, but there's still that side to it. That's it. That's all it is.
It was Booner. It was written into the contract.
I get that. I understand
here's the
that.
buyout. It was
but
written into the contract,
bro. Why say that nationally
like,
on a national show, and then a month later be like, all right, deuces, we're leaving? That's my only issue. And again, I take back the scumbag. I'm not going to sit here and say I take that back. I will take that back. That was maybe a little too far. See, Neil, I'm learning a little bit. Need to be better.
Okay. I'm proud to see it.
Thank you. But I still don't like I like someone's word means something to me. It does. And if you're going to say it nationally,
okay.
I mean it.
So we're upset by him saying that, but when a quarterback says he's going to be generational, we've never seen a freshman like him, and then has 9 passing touchdowns.
I've been consistent, Neil. I've been consistent. I said he shouldn't have said that as well.
He said it, but he didn't really mean it and stuff like that. So which is it, Booner?
But again, Neil, I have said, hey, Bryce should not have said that. You don't put yourself in that position. Don't say that. I'm consistent with it. I think when you say statements, especially on national media, it holds weight. You know that, Neil. It holds weight. That's why we break down these press conferences and break down these things, because when coaches and players say stuff, there's weight to it. So when you say, hey, I'm going to be at Michigan for years to come, and until my son at least is out of Michigan, okay, I expect that pen to paper is going to happen. The ink's going to dry soon. I don't expect you in a month to be like, sorry, I'm going to the NBA. He would have had an NBA opportunity in 3 years too.
But there was pen to paper, the contract that had the buyout in it, Booner. Like what?
So maybe this is a Ward Manuel issue.
This is what I don't get.
Maybe it is.
I was gonna ask about.
Well, I mean, I can't answer. You know that I don't have the answer for. But I will say this: Dusty May at $4.8 million is a joke. Like it is. Like Booner, like, come on, man. When you look across the landscape of college basketball, look at what the top coaches are making. They're pushing, they're in the 10, 11, 12 million dollar a year, $9 million, $8 million a year range, man. Like if you want to be upset about it, be upset at that, right? To where they didn't come with something where they were like, we're locking this guy up, forever. And he can't go anywhere, even though he would, because he's not going to agree to something that lets you dictate the terms of when he can leave and when he can't, because he has the power, because he's the national championship coach. So again, like, just going back to it, man, like the people that are in their feelings, you got to get over it, because this was out there and anyone could have looked up the terms of the contract, right? Like, so, you just, when you go back to it, the wheels were in motion for this last year, and just be grateful that it didn't happen last year. And he was able to go win a national title, and now he's going to the NBA, and he's going to coach Cooper Flagg, and he'll have success there too, I'm sure.
Can we at least, like, Neil, this is all I ask as a Michigan fan, can you give me, like, next time an hour to grieve and just say whatever it is, and then just a little
It's not the business. It's not the business session we're in, Booner. That's not the business we're in, Booner. We work in real time, man, in immediacy. It's like you know that, my friend. So I did take exception to quote unquote a scumbag move. The contract was written that way.
That's fair. That's fair.
The contract was written, Booner. Like, come on, bro.
My just initial reaction is just scumbag, and then you start looking into it deeper. Okay. I didn't thank you for giving us knowledge on the contract. Didn't know that.
And I will stick up for Neil here. He hates Michigan football fans. He doesn't necessarily hate the Michigan basketball program. And Neil, I got to give you your credit, because you was one of the first people on this. You kind of foreshadowed this maybe a couple months, earlier. Didn't think he would actually pull the trigger, but you was the first on the scene on that. So I got to give you your credit.
He doesn't sign a contract. That's their smoke. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely, yeah.
Anytime, especially when you win a national title and they rework your deal and you don't sign it right away, like, guys, come on, man. It's not that difficult. Yeah, it's not exactly, a Rubik's Cube to figure out here, man. Like, it's just not. I always said this, man. Follow the money. Right? What is the money telling you? Yep. And when he didn't take that he didn't sign the contract, and it was going to be the fallback. Like, Michigan was going to be the fallback chick, the side piece chick. Like, that's what it was going to be. And he ended up linking up and getting the one that he was after. So it's not that difficult really to figure it all out. I got a question for you guys though. I just jumped on, obviously, because I was having some discussions with some folks. Where are the people at with it, like, from a majority standpoint?
Well, I think majority of the people are fine with Dusty leaving. Like, it's understanding. Most people, I think, are understanding.
Weird how that works, though, Neil.
Yeah.
A lot of people are fine with it. They
understand it.
After
I thought there would
national
be people on my side.
Yeah, we had a poll. Yeah. We had a poll up that said, did Dusty May make the right decision? Over 150 votes, and for the longest, it was an actual 50-50 poll. Right now, it's at 51-49, but it's been 50-50 a majority of the time. So.
Maybe people are split on this one then.
Wow, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, did he make the right decision? Wait until the financial numbers come out, and then run that poll again, man.
Hey,
like,
Neil,
did he make the right decision?
In a state with no income tax, like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure, like, that's a nice little sweetener. I don't think it was his, like, final determinator, as what he was going to do. It's just, again, man, it was very simple to see this, quote unquote, coming. When someone doesn't sign another, and it was going to be his second reworking of his contract. So, when somebody doesn't sign it, they don't sign it for a reason, and here we are.
This is another just a thought, like, with the Wild West of the college sports. It's that, and Neil, you've brought this up before, like, players can just leave whenever. Now with the transfer portal, there's no rules essentially set in place, and it's the same thing with, like, coaches, like the Lane Kiffin situation, Ole Miss going to LSU, like, coaches do the same thing, and that's where I think the argument comes into place, where it's just like a coach can just boom like that. Even if let's say he did sign that contract extension, who puts it past him to, even if he had this opportunity to still somehow Dallas be like, we'll pay the buyout, even if they signed it up 2 months ago. Coaches can leave whenever. It's the same thing with players right now. That's why it's the Wild West. It's a weird spot to be in.
But it's also but it's also written into the deal. Everybody's eyes are wide open when they get into these contracts, man, where if you're a coach, you write it in there that I can leave. I can leave whenever I want to. And you're so desperate to have a good coach that you don't care. Like we'll deal with that when we have to deal with that. So
and luckily it was after
right.
So
right. And so this is different than the player stuff to me because it was negotiated between two parties. Unlike the player stuff. And like, look, if I'm Dusty May and I don't have to go obtain the talent now, where he was, obviously, like you saw it and all the appearances and the conversations and the DMs and all that kind of stuff. Like you get to go to the pros where your system looks like it's going to work. You get, you're going to be coaching Cooper Flagg and you're going to be coaching for Dallas and all that stuff. And you don't have to go get the talent anymore, man. You just have to coach basketball.
That's it.
And by the way, your salary is going to triple on top of that. Like it doesn't seem like it's that difficult of a puzzle to figure out.
And I think maybe the Ward Manuel conversation is the one that needs to be had. He hasn't.
You know what? To be fair,
national championship coach, and I saw Anthony Broom tweeted out and said he's gone 0 for 2 extending coaches after a national championship after telling the public we're going to extend the coaches.
Well, Harbaugh is a little different.
Well,
I guess Harbaugh he had the 10 years.
No, KG, ISO.
I got
ISO,
you,
KG, ball.
I got
ball. Booner.
Yeah,
that decision was made for Ward Manuel when he got a 10-year show cause and he's not allowed to coach college football. That decision was made when you had an assistant coach with 24 federal counts against him, Booner.
I've been
not
waiting
quite the same situation.
To get out for years. So anything that could happen for me to have an opportunity to say get this guy out, I'll do it.
You want someone
what
to
do you
fall on
mean?
the
He's
sword.
delivered you. He's delivered you 2 national championships. How are you going to fire that guy?
The coaches did. He did not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a Ward guy. Neil, I'm not a Ward Manuel guy. I don't like the fact that, and you're one of the people that have been on the side of Ward lets all the big blue wall and Ward just lets all these things go under the rug. I don't like that. I would rather get a new AD in here.
Why?
Because it is at the end of the day there's money and it's Michigan. So if you bring a new AD in here, guess what? I'm sure that AD could find some coaches to win a national championship. Ward isn't like it's not like Ward's the only reason that Michigan's winning these things. He has also the block M that he's sitting there that he's using to get these coaches. So it's not just like Ward's the only one that could bring. No, Ward has let so many things go under the rug that Michigan fans and people have to take. And I like after the Sharon stuff, I'm done with it. Like just go get a new AD. I thought he was going to be fired after that. I was shocked that he kept his job after the Sharon stuff. Like it was ridiculous. So at the end of the day, it's like I would rather have a fresh AD in there that's able to like, hey, you're not putting stuff under the rug, things that should be out there and players that should be suspended. And you know what I mean? I don't like that. I'm one of those people, and Neil, I would hope you respect that. I don't like all that stuff that's going on. I think they could go win national championships without being scummy.
Really? So you don't have a T-shirt then, you're saying? Like you were like, I don't really like this. I'm not going to get the T-shirt.
I enjoy the national I actually don't have a national championship T-shirt or anything, but I enjoy the national championships. I think it's good, but I also think they can win without having to do all the weird, scummy things.
I'll take the shirt, Neil.
He does get my guy Bomber in the back, though, with that MSU. When's the last time y'all won?
Right.
He does get Bomber with that one.
See? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Jeff. Hey, when the narrative presents itself, then he's going to go across. Like, look. No, getting back to what Booner said, though.
It has nothing to do with the Ward thing. The Ward thing, you can win national championships without Ward Manuel. But Ward Manuel's not the reason you're sitting here winning these national championships. That's not.
No, but
not
he gets the credit.
He's helped.
He does get the credit, and the only way that
he doesn't get all the credit. Is he padding up and going out there and playing offensive tackle on his own?
He gets a
what
fair,
credit. He gets some.
He's
Yeah,
the athletic director. He gets
for
a fair
sure.
amount of credit.
But at the end of the day, though, you could throw another athletic director in there with the block M and with the money that they have, and they're probably going to do it just as well.
I don't think so. And this was going to be my point about Ward Manuel. The Ward Manuel, then, does he have the ability to sit there across the table from Dusty May and say, you know what, Dusty, we're going to pay you $12 million a year to be the coach here. 6-year deal, $12 million a year, $72 million contract. Boom, here we go. Let's line up and do this.
Again,
they were paying him under $5 million, man.
Yeah,
that's
they're paying
not
him under
my
$5
issue
million.
With Ward Manuel. It has nothing to do with him keeping him. The issue is when all this stuff, all this outside of football stuff. A player gets pulled over with a gun and he covers it up. All these random things that he covers it up.
So
that's the
so
stuff
you were
I'm
mad that he went and played against Indiana, right? You're mad that he got
Neil,
done with that, got on the plane and went to Indiana,
Neil,
right?
when this stuff happens, you sit there and you tell Michigan fans, why was it different for you guys? Why is it? I look at you and I go, Neil, I'm with you. I don't like the fact that Michigan has this blue wall and they do this. And who's at the helm of that? And who's the one that always tries to cover it up and tries to help? Who is that? That's your AD, and that's a fact. I'm on your side when it comes to that stuff. That's all I'm trying to say. I would like to clean that house.
No, that's your coach.
It's both.
That's your.
You don't think Ward knows?
That's your coach that let him get on the plane and go.
But also Ward,
you know
too.
what I mean? Like that.
Ward knows.
Okay.
Did Ward not lend his car to someone who then gets pulled over and gets in trouble and gets in an accident and then he covers it up? Did that not happen? That was Ward Manuel. Well, it's Ward. It's also the coaches. It's Ward. That's why, when the Sharon stuff happened, my take was just clean house. Let's get this blue wall out of here. Let's stop with all this
but
covering
then in the
up.
same year he went and got a natty, bro, a basketball natty.
Okay,
Bingo.
that's fine. I don't care
It's
though because the
it's
covering
complicated, bro.
It's not
the
complicated.
only way you can knock
Get
Ward
away
is
from that stuff.
depending on what he offered.
Another AD.
If he lowballed him, that's the only way you can blame Ward in this situation.
I'm not even talking about the Dusty May stuff. I don't care about that. I'm talking about the stuff off the field and off the court. That's where I want Ward out. I've always been on that. We haven't been able to have this conversation because we were gone for 3 years.
You know how many
have a little
ADs
bit of a Michigan conversation.
You know how many ADs have done shit like that though?
For sure, but when you keep going through it,
but
KG, when you keep going through it and stuff like this keeps coming up, and you keep your job, that's an issue. And then you have guys and shout out
you know what else keeps
Neil,
coming
they'll
up?
use that against you.
Booner, you know what else kept coming up though? Winning national titles.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know what? I can guarantee Neil, and guess what? It's not a complicated situation. There's other ADs in the country that would love to come in and take this Michigan AD job that wouldn't do what Ward Manuel does and sweep things under the rug. Yeah, it's Michigan. You got all the money in the world.
They've had plenty of people before Ward that couldn't do it.
Without all the NIL stuff. It's a new world. Welcome to the new world of the NIL. Welcome.
And he succeeded to this
point. You can bring an AD in right
bro.
now with the money that you have coming in at Michigan, and you can win national championships. It's not impossible.
Well, we'll never know.
Yeah, because Ward Manuel has a job.
Hey, Neil, we appreciate the hell out of it. What are you doing at the gym? How many miles are you getting in today? How many miles are you getting in, Neil?
Today it's a Monday, so today's going to be a 5-mile run. So I'll be locked into the second hour of the show with nowhere to go. So I'll be entertained. I'll be checking it out, and I'll be monitoring the chat, and they'll be saying, "Go Neil's a Michigan hater. What's he know?" I literally laid it down to you guys. $5 million buyout. He didn't sign the deal. Last year he didn't sign the deal as well. Ended up signing it July 8th. This year, he never got to sign that deal because he's coaching the Dallas Mavericks. Hey, I'm a big fan of the Crunchy Time Hour. I love it, guys. It's a good time to be here.
Hey, Neil, that felt like a productive conversation that we had here today.
Absolutely.
You guys can catch Neil's thoughts tomorrow, 8 to 10, Big D Energy. We appreciate you, Neil.
Thanks, Neil.
Thanks, Neil.
We do got to talk about the stuff. I mean, the chat's going off. We got super chats. We'll take a break in a couple of minutes. We'll double up here. Caleb, read off some super chats. Tell us about what the people are saying.
We got a few here. Let's see.
I know
we got one
let a couple
from.
Slide by.
Did we do? We got one from Showtime Tate 199. He said, "Shout out the gang. Mad you wasn't there Friday, KG."
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I got an opportunity from Anson. The white man gave me a day off, so I had to take it on Juneteenth. Come on now.
We got another one from D Hint 499. He says, "Dusty is a solid coach, and I'm not surprised. I'm a Sparty fan, but he would have been crazy to not take the opportunity. He won a natty. Be grateful."
There you go.
That is true. He could have left a year prior without that natty.
He could have.
Yeah, I don't think he had an offer.
I think teams have had their eye on him though.
Yeah.
Because he is like Neil said, what he does in college, NBA, a lot of NBA patterns there.
Again, I want this on record. Initial reaction, obviously, a little bit like this sucks, scumbag. As I get going, I am grateful for the national championship. I did tweet out. I appreciate and I respect Dusty for coming to Michigan and winning a national championship. I respect that. What I don't respect is you did tell us you were going to stay. That's it. I think that's fair.
Hey, shit
As
happens,
a fan,
bro.
yeah, it does. Yeah, and in that point, when we get off the show here, and we'll probably talk about it tomorrow, guess what I'll do? I'll turn the page and I'll start doing research to figure out who the next coach of Michigan will be.
Right.
You know, so it's the way it is.
He reversed 3 years of damage of Juwan Howard in 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, we got Day Hint again in the chat. He's with the 199. He says, "I hear Juwan Howard is available." Bring him back.
You're
Here
funny.
we go.
Bring him back. And then we got Tough Sauce. Shout out for the $5. He says, "I'm sure Neil, noted Michigan fan with photo evidence, is sad to see Dusty go."
We
There
do
is
have
photo
photo
evidence.
evidence. Yeah.
Yeah.
He gave him a lot of credit. He said he's a fan of the basketball program, and Dusty May was a hell of a coach. And last one, Dante, 151 with the 499. He said, "Would anyone be surprised if Yaxel gets picked by Dallas in tomorrow's NBA draft?"
Not at all.
I wouldn't be. Also, who is the next pick for Michigan? I will say this. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if it's going to be Yaxel, but I could see Mara maybe going to Dallas.
Yep.
See, there's rumors of him going in the top 10.
You don't think he thought about this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I know they have Lively. I know they have Gafford, but I don't know. It sounds like Mara's going to go in the top 10, and Dallas has an opportunity there.
Definitely. Is that it on the super chats?
I believe we're all caught up. Yes, sir.
By the way, everyone who's watching, we appreciate you. We got almost 400 people in here live. Hit the like button on the stream. Continue to show that support. We got Lucas Klotz in the chat. Shout out to him. He says, "When's the last natty before Emmanuel Ward?"
Honestly, listen, I get that, but at the end of the day, it's in the NIL era with all this happening. You win two national championships. Yeah, did Emmanuel Ward hire those two coaches? Yeah, he did. But that's not to say that you can't win with a different AD. And this is what I hate too about like Klotz and with Neil. Those are two guys that went at Emmanuel Ward for letting that stuff for letting all this like these off court issues happen. And then when I finally say, all right, I'm fine with moving on from him, now it's like,
two things seem to be true.
Like, come on, man.
True,
Booner, what do we always say? Winning cures all, bro.
It does. But again, when you push back and all these off court and off field things happen, and the Klotzes of the world and the Neils of the world are like, who's letting that happen? It's
but
Ward.
when you look at him,
Or
those
Ward Manuel,
things are
sorry.
out of his control. Jim Harbaugh doing what he did, that's out of his control. Sharon Moore, I wasn't expecting him to go to his side piece's house with a butter knife. Like, you can't control that.
You can't. But there are things that have been covered up and that are going on.
The tricky part
head.
is what you're saying is not wrong, but
It's not.
The facts are. You have won 2 national championships.
Thank you.
Okay,
And Booner,
that is
fair.
the
Booner,
facts.
as a Michigan fan, I felt more of your way right after the Sharon shit in terms of Ward Manuel, but then, like I said, he literally followed it up months later.
the
with
issue-
Natty.
for every Jawan, there's a Dusty
But again,
May.
this is the
Sharon,
situation
there's
though. Is if Ward Manuel wasn't the AD, we had a different AD the last 3 years.
We don't know.
How do we? But my point is that AD just as well, very well, could have signed Dusty May. That job opened up with Jawan, and if we had a different AD, guess what? I bet you they still hired Dusty May.
That AD could have not let him go into the NIL like Dusty May likes to do. Like, there's a lot of things that another AD might not have allowed to happen. Like,
It's like one of those "be careful what you wish for" things. It's
Exactly.
like,
It is, but at the end of the day, it's we're in the NIL era. Like AD is not going to come in and say don't do that. No,
I mean,
it's not at
Michigan
Michigan.
was late to the party.
Not at but now they have it, and guess what? Now that they have it, they've won 2.
And that happened under Ward Manuel.
He's not the one that fully
I don't like the
agreed
man
on
like that,
NIL.
but he does get credit for that.
Let's
That's all
he
I'm
gets
saying.
a little,
let's
but
take a break. When we come
a
back,
give
we'll
and
talk
take.
more about it. We still have Pistons trade rumors. Big news on what the Pistons are doing as well. We'll get to that as well, so you're not going to want to go anywhere. But first, I got to tell you about Yaldo, and then KG's got to tell you about Loom. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that what
Yes.
we're doing here?
Yes.
Let me tell you about Yaldo, because, man, if you couldn't see Dusty May leaving, you got to check your vision. And also, on top of that, Yaldo's got a great deal going on. Their summer promotion, just $16.99, $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Listen, I've had glasses. I've tried contacts. Hate them both. It's a pain. You see right now, I don't have either of them in, because LASIK is the way to go. It's a one-time investment that'll save you thousands of dollars on glasses and contacts in the long run. Wake up with clear vision. Book your consultation with the Yaldo Eye Center today at yaldoeyecenter.com/$16.99.
And listen, if you can't afford Yaldo Eye Center, you might want the old natural way of doing things to clear up your vision. That good marijuana, man. That good cannabis. And Loom has got you covered, man. Summer just got a serious upgrade with the new Buzzin' Energy drink. Same Buzzin' that you know and love, the 7.5 milligrams of THC, but they've paired that with 100 milligrams of caffeine from green tea extract. They got some good new flavors, peach and raspberry lemonade. Crack a can, catch a buzz, and keep the vibes going. Available now at all 40 Loom locations across the state. And listen, you still get 30% off your entire order by using code WSN30 online or in store. And if you want to go online, it's loom.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Let me tell you about our friends over at Supreme Lending. Before we talk more Dusty May, I got to tell you about our friends, Chad and Chris, because they take care of their customers. They're not going to bail on you like Dusty May did at Michigan, okay? And all you got to do is mention Woodward Sports. You'll receive up to $500 off your appraisal. And they boast a 99% close-on-time rate and a 97% customer satisfaction score. So call the numbers, score the deal, talk to Chad and Chris at Supreme Lending today. Now, if you have to get through the Dusty May news, I have the perfect drink that you can drink responsibly with. It's Founders, but specifically Water Hazard. I was on the golf course this weekend, got to have some of Founders and the Water Hazard product, their first vodka-based cocktail, 5% ABV that is citrusy, refreshing, and gluten-free. You can even put a lemon in there. It's the very first canned vodka cocktail from Founders, like I said, and it's great, even between innings or even between rounds. So next time you're out getting the drink with Water Hazard, please drink responsibly. We got more Dusty May stuff to get to. The people are on fire. It feels like Neil Rule helped move the poll. 56% of the people now think Dusty May made the right decision.
Wow.
It's 56-44.
It's moving quick, too. That poll is moving the wrong way.
Who would have thought Mr. Neil Rule can move polls?
I will say, Big D Energy, we move markets, though. We do. We've been known to do it before.
Yeah, it's proof there. We still have some Super Chats to get to. People, we're going to get to your comments as well, Caleb. What do we miss on the Super Chats?
Yeah, we got Blowme6969 with a $4.99.
Wow.
He says, you have to fire Ward. They supposedly had a deal finalized back in April, and they couldn't come to terms. That's on Ward. Goodbye. And then another one from Blowme6969. Shout out, another $4.99. He said, this is the second time Ward had a contract for a coach and couldn't come to terms when they leave for the pros. The first was with Jimmy.
Yeah.
Well, again, the gym one.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say it.
He was about
both
to
those
get
comments,
suspended.
both of those super chats, by the way, thank you, are grouped together, and they're both invalid. They're wrong. Like, both of them are wrong because we don't know what happened with the Dusty May situation. Was that on more Dusty for kind of leaving his options open, or are you going to blame your AD for that? And then the gym one was already kind of written. So I think people, I get it. We've been a part of big breaking news days where stuff like this happens, and people just want someone to fall on the sword. I just think the Ward stuff is kind of low-hanging fruit, in my opinion. Like,
I will say I've been consistent though. I've wanted Ward out for years.
Fair,
and I have too.
This isn't like I'm not with the chat where it's like, hey, this is the last straw. Fire Ward manual. I've been since all of this gym stuff and everything's happened, and you kind of let all of that. I know it might not have been his fault, but like I've always just been like, hey. There's going to be a black cloud over that whole organization and athletics program while Ward's there, and that's it. And there's nothing you could do about it. There's probably nothing you can win national championships, and you don't talk about it, but everyone still knows there is that black cloud of, hey, with Ward, there are things that happen behind the scenes that there could be things right now happening behind the scenes that we just don't know about, and that come out in 3 years.
No, it's true.
Like,
and to me, as a Michigan
there's a black
fan,
cloud.
As a Michigan fan, it is okay to have questions about Ward Manuel, but you are in the game to win national championships.
And he's won two.
He's brought in two of them. That muddies the waters. It does.
It does. It's just, again, there's just that black cloud with Ward. Again, I'm not saying this is the last straw with Ward. I've been on the fire Ward for years, and it's because of the black cloud, and it's never going to leave. So, if you win national championships,
2 and 3 years,
it extends
bro. Like,
it.
come on, man.
It pushes his job back more, and it's harder to fire him. But
2 different programs, football and basketball, the 2 most important programs at the school. So I'm just saying it muddies the water.
At the same time, too, like, I know we bring up like the no state income tax, whatever, but like college sports right now, it's all a money game. Like, whatever because obviously Ward knows the details of the contract. Whatever Dallas offered, Ward should have came back with a bigger offer, unless this is Dusty May's goal from the beginning.
Done.
Like,
I
need to go to the NBA.
Well, it was. That's why the contract was done the way it was.
Yeah, that's why they had a $5 million buyout.
You don't think if you gave him, $3 or $4 million more a year than Dallas did, he would have stayed?
They probably did, but in his contract, to Neil's point, that's why it's like an hour ago I could argue about the money, but when the contract, there's an opt-out or a
buyout. $5 million
$5 million basically every year.
Yeah.
That it's
you
written.
know what's up, yeah.
Yeah, it's written. And that's why it's like hard for me to be like, it's not the money. Like it really isn't the money at that point if he has every year a buyout.
And
like,
to be honest,
he doesn't care about the money at that point.
If he really wanted to go to the NBA, like it appears he really wanted to go to the NBA, you maybe only had him for another 3 to 4 years max. If he kept winning, like, because eventually you keep winning, the offers are going to stack up. You're going to get more and more and more. I think we got lucky to have him for when we did, because if he had stayed at the school, this would have been a possibility next year and the year after and the year after. So it's what it is.
It sucks. It does, but at this point, right? Like, you turn the page. That's what it's.
That's it.
You got it. You got this program. Like, not everyone's going to transfer.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to decommit. You need to get someone in here. If you're Michigan and if you're Ward, hey, you still have your job, right? You won 2 national championships. This is why you get paid, Ward. Go find the next Dusty May.
You got to find a way to retain Trey McKinney too. Like,
there's already been reports. I don't know if they're floating around that he's already entered the transfer portal.
Yeah,
who
have
reported
I
that?
looked
Though?
at
Someone
there's no news yet.
Yeah, someone in the
just saying,
chat
they're
saying
talking.
he's joking.
I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything officially.
What reports? What reports?
Everyone on Twitter's talking about.
Oh,
I'm just saying. Well, like college basketball reporters are talking about it. There's a potential. This guy has 20-something thousand followers. He said.
What's his name?
Scott Hughes.
And that's an easy tweet.
College basketball. It's Scott Hughes, CBB.
You could just assume that. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's an easy tweet for a sports reporter. Like,
Yeah.
No,
hey, there's a chance he could leave.
Just saying. Would it surprise me? No. It would not surprise me.
No.
Speaking of turning the page, Dante151 with the 199 says the next Michigan b-ball coach, Doc Rivers.
Hell no.
He said just joking.
So I actually do have a coach here. You guys ready for this?
Let's hear it.
So ESPN already put an article out of different coaches, and there's about 5 or 6 on here. One coach that actually makes sense if you want to keep the Dusty May thing alive a little bit and like his coaching tree and what he's about. Do you guys remember in the tournament this year, Michigan played St. Louis, who made it to the round of 32, and who is Dusty May's best friend? And I don't want people to be like, well, you're hiring a guy's best friend. They run a lot of things similarly. Mm-hmm. They have the same mindset of college basketball, but St. Louis's coach, Josh Schertz,
maybe
he turned St. Louis around. At St. Louis for a while, but if you go look at like his record, he was at Indiana State. He took Indiana State, I believe, to the NCAA tournament, then goes to St. Louis, and then this last year takes St. Louis to the NCAA tournament. They win a first-round game. St. Louis wins a first-round game, right?
Yeah.
And then they lose to Michigan in a round of 32. But that's like a guy right there. If like, hey, you're looking to kind of – obviously you probably can't replicate what Dusty May was instantly. But if you're trying to look and say, hey, who's an up-and-coming coach that kind of took that Dusty May route – now this guy's like he's best friends with him. They have the same mindset of basketball, how they run offenses and defenses. So I think that's a name. Someone did bring up, too, in this article. They did bring up, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but Michigan assistant coach, he's their defensive coach, Mike Boynton.
Okay.
He's their defensive kind of coordinator, they call him. So he's obviously a name. If you want to kind of retain, I think actually he was the head coach for Cade Cunningham at Oklahoma State. I know he was the head coach at Oklahoma State for a while, so I think he was Cade's head coach.
Yeah,
but that's a name right there. He's already in the building. If you want to retain a lot of these guys in the portal, Trey McKinney, then there's a relationship there. So if Ward feels like, hey, we want to keep this team together that we have today, maybe that's the way to do it, is just to keep an in-house guy to see if he can kind of keep this thing rolling.
Not mad at those options.
So I did see in the article, you want to know a name that I saw here that actually would be interesting? I don't know if he would ever take the job because he gets paid a lot where he is, but Nate Oates.
Yeah.
Nate Oates is a name where it's like, hey, if Michigan wants to really go out and make a splash.
That'd be crazy.
I know when this job was open last time, I think Bama actually extended Nate Oates because there was the rumors of Nate Oates potentially going to Michigan. Then they end up going Dusty May. I wonder if this opens the door back up for Nate Oates to make that move. Obviously coached at Romulus for 15 years.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Knows the state of Michigan really well, and he's one of the best coaches right now in college basketball. And this is, I would guess, he loves Bama, but I would guess that Michigan would be one of those schools where he'd be like, okay, especially coming off a national championship.
I like the Nate Oates thought.
I do too.
Because of the ties here. I do. And if you want to go big, what are you going to say about Ward if that happens? I mean, what do we do? What do we do if he gets Nate Oates? I mean, you got to be thrilled about that.
That would be such a big one. If we got Nate Oates, you know what? Hey, how about this? If they get Nate Oates, KG, I'll stay
All
clear
is
of Ward
forgiven?
Manuel.
Okay.
That's your contingency.
Yes.
Not the natties. If
Ward
you get
Manuel.
Nate Oates.
Not the daddies.
Ward's job will be safe
It's
for at
just to
least
get
another
Nate
couple years if he gets Nate Oates.
Okay.
The job is safe in your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say that. He's gonna be there.
Let's see. Let's see this comment. Technically, Ward has brought 26 natties through different sports and individual NCAA, and as well 52 Big Ten championships.
Awesome, cool. He also, we're in the news a billion times for the blue wall.
He just says,
Jeff struggling today.
I just love that. I just love that. I read all those comments. Just like,
What I can't
awesome,
understand.
man. Cool story, bro.
This is my issue. What I can't understand is for years, people go at us for Ward Manuel, go at Michigan for Ward Manuel because of all this stuff that gets swept under the rug. And finally, when it's like when there's someone like me who's like, hey, there's a black cloud, this guy, like, let's just clean house. And then people are like, well, what about the 28 national champion?
I thought when you say black cloud, it's like the black cloud of a guy. We could argue Ward is the black cloud guy for you. You always have a black cloud guy.
I do, and I don't like black cloud guys.
Where they're in this black cloud, everyone hates them, but they're not really. They're like, well, if you really think about it,
Why do we be a black cloud, Booner?
Well, it's like a thunderstorm.
No, it's funny because Booner has this term for people in sports where it's like he's a black cloud guy. This guy gets hated on, he doesn't deserve it. There's just this aura around him. Everyone hates him. But then he's like, Ward is a black cloud guy. Yeah, you're all right. I do think he is probably a black cloud guy.
It's just one of those things.
Natties, man. I mean,
but again,
winning fixes a lot of shit.
Non-Michigan fans go at Michigan fans for supporting Ward
do.
and supporting Ward. So then finally when I'm like, hey, I've been out on Ward, I don't care about Ward, then they're like, oh, they flip the switch and go, oh, what about the national championships? He's like, well, you can't, you're just playing both sides at that point. And it's like, all right, so it's a lose-lose situation for a Michigan fan.
But you got to
because
look
when
at
you
it.
say fire him, you're like, well, what about he wins for you? And then when you say don't fire him, you're like, well, what about all the stuff he does? Like, then what do you want from us? Really?
But you gotta look beyond the fans, bro. You gotta look at how the school, the university is looking at it.
Well, look at
this guy. He has produced results. It's a results-driven business.
Really, Mr. Biggs, appreciate the 5. He says, I just watched the Michael movie, and this reminds me of when MJ abruptly announced this is a farewell tour when Joe was talking about a world tour.
Yes. Yeah, I haven't seen the new MJ movie.
I haven't seen it either, but I'm going to trust you on that. Appreciate the 5. We have this
and real quick, Detroit Dabber said, so you're mad at Ward for covering up scandals, but not mad at the coaches, trainers responsible for the scandals in the first place. They're not there anymore. So I can't say fire Jim Harbaugh. He's not there anymore. He's gone. And all the players, they're gone. They're in the pros. So it's, what do you mean I'm not mad at them? They're gone. The only person left for all of this is literally just Ward Manuel. That's it. Everyone else got fired or they left. Am I wrong? Anyone?
No, that is true.
They're gone.
I think you're right. Hoofhard called you
that's
a
my
cloudist.
point with this whole thing is literally it's the black cloud is just sitting there. It's Ward Manuel and it's just sitting over him. He's the last remaining part of all of these
But I don't know
scandals.
if you could call I mean, again,
does he fit your definition of a black cloud? What is your definition of a black cloud guy? I thought it meant a guy who's wrongfully criticized.
I think go both ways.
Okay, so now it's just whatever you determine the definition is.
That's
that
hilarious.
Sell the way ahead just said in the chat though, we appreciate it. He says just how this business is, no loyalty in sports anymore. Sucks is going to the Mavericks. That will never even win 40 games. Okay, that might be emotional.
We don't know. Yeah,
that might be emotional. Maybe not in the immediate future,
yeah.
but
There's a chance he could fail. But if so, that's his decision. That's the decision he made.
Yeah,
you can't be mad at him though.
No, I mean,
nor can you be mad at Ward because you can't make him sign the extension.
I said scumbag, and it's probably on the internet. And when we say things in our job and it gets said, it's on there forever. But I will take that back.
Well, yeah,
that's fair.
That's on you because I tried to warn you.
Is that respect?
Went like,
that's respectable, though, right? That's respectable. Hey, emotions are running high. I throw a word out there. I can hand up and say, scumbag might not have been the word that I was looking to use. But I was just upset. In the moment, it's upsetting.
It's like Teddy in the chat. He says, "Goddamn, Jeff, when do you ever have Booner's back? Right now, I do not have his back. Now, he's on his own. I will have his
he's
back.
on the island for
right
sure.
here, I don't agree
I'm a
with
Michigan
Booner.
fan. He's on the island.
Okay, but again, the island, what is it? I agree. Like, go get your bag and go.
You have came.
But it's just at the end of the day, I was excited for the next 3 or not even 4 years.
Which
the next
I said
2
was
years
fair.
of Michigan basketball,
But
where we were supposed to win multiple national championships. We were supposed to repeat. We were supposed to three-peat, and we would have done it. We had the team to do it.
Yeah, but I ported my coach over to Madden, bro. Like, it's over. Like, it is what it is. We could have built a dynasty, but I wanted to get my boy El Slapo in here to get his thoughts on the Michigan situation.
Booner's up here sounding like Miami LeBron. One championship, two.
We were, though.
I think you got a little.
Justin, you know this, though. Like, they were massive favorites.
I know they would have been good. Booner, and no disrespect, but at the same time, he always had aspirations.
That's where we knew that. Yeah, we get the contract. He had a buyout. Like, it was always going to happen.
I'm not even going that deep on it. Like, he genuinely has always been looking and you look at every place where he's been in his collegiate coaching career. And this is a little tease to Braylon Edwards' show because I'm gonna bring this take in full to Braylon. You look where he has been as a coach. Every single time he was looking for the next step, but it was always to the right step. It wasn't a lateral move or a slight. He was always looking for that big jump. At FAU, he stayed that next year because the move wasn't right for him. And he did the same thing last year after Michigan had a great season when he didn't find the NBA job he wanted. He found the Mavs. He has Cooper Flagg, the literal exact thing that he would want to fit in his system in the NBA. It just made too much sense, man. And I don't blame him. And the fact that he wasn't locked up already, I'm with Neil. Where there's smoke, there was fire. And we should have all seen this coming. The fact that he wasn't inked to
just don't say on national television, I'm here at Michigan for years to come. Don't say that.
Oh, we got to go to break.
Maybe don't make a statement then and just say something else. That's fair.
Let's go to break.
I can't
false
deny
hope.
that from you, man.
That's false hope.
I got to tell you about our friends over at Planet Fitness. That's where Neil Rule is, getting his 5 miles in, and you can do the same thing because there's over 2,700 clubs nationwide and 50 just in Metro Detroit. Access to the Black Card Spa where you can recover with the hydro massage or other innovative amenities for $24.99, and you can bring a guest. I'm going to the Royal Oak location, but it does not matter. You can go to any location near you. We're all strong on this planet, Planet Fitness.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new face, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
All right, summer nights, cold drinks, and Tigers baseball. Woodward Sports, we are heading over to Art and Jake's in Sterling Heights for the Detroit Tigers watch party. Come hang out with the crew as we will be live Tuesday, June 30th at 7 p.m. That's next week. Next week at Detroit, as Detroit takes on the New York Yankees. You won't want to miss a single pitch with over 80 wall-to-wall TVs, 22 draft beers on tap, and that will keep you refreshed for the whole game, and a menu packed with absolute fan favorites. Come grab a Founders and watch the Tigers take down the New York Yankees in Sterling Heights next Tuesday, June 30th at Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
We're back. It's Crunch Time, Woodward Sports. Dusty May. We're spending a lot of time on it because it's massive news. We still have Pistons trade rumors. Tyler Hero, what's going on with that? We'll give you the updates. Hit the like button on the stream if you're watching. We appreciate you for tuning in. Again, we're live weekdays, 11 to 1. You should tune in. Neil Rule in the chat. He says, so Booner would have been happier if May instead said, I'm under contract to be the coach at Michigan for years to come. If he just changed the verbiage to I'm under contract to be the coach at Michigan for years to come.
Well, he wasn't, so.
Right, I was about to say, he clearly wasn't.
But you would have felt better about it.
It's a fact. He was not under. I would have felt better, yeah, but it was a fact. He wasn't. I get it's a business, but when you say things in the media, you got to be careful. It's like me saying scumbag today. It's like now I call him a scumbag. I feel bad, but it is what it is. I can't take it back now.
Yeah.
He said it. He said he was going to be the coach at Michigan for the years to come while his son is still a player there.
By the way, David in the chat, he says, bring in Rick Pitino or Dan Hurley.
Oh, Rick Pitino, I'm on board.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah.
To Michigan.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever leave St. John's.
He's not. But
he's so dialed in.
Talk about a power move.
This comment too, I love this. Who farted, guys? He said Michigan is a premium job at this point for a basketball coach. They have a lot of buying power. Good replacement is out there if they can identify him. The cost shouldn't be an issue. I agree with that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, even if players enter the portal, Dusty May. The one thing I think that is very, very valuable in this world right now is if a coach can go to a place and show that you can win there, especially with the money, that's valuable. So now you have that to where it's like, hey, if you're trying to take a coach, the Iowa State coach who's been trying in Iowa State, TJ Oschenberger or whatever his name is, like a guy like that, you can show him, hey, you can win here at Michigan. Like we will give you every resource you need to win here. You might not be able to get that at Iowa State, but you can do that here at Michigan. I think that's a valuable thing to have.
Let's see here. We got Neil Rule saying he was under contract at the time, Booner.
But when he said that, the ink was not. He did not sign his new contract.
The extension. No.
Yeah, the extension was not there. Right. Neil might be right on that. I you know what, Neil? Listen, I like when someone says something like, hold your word maybe to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Though that's.
I mean, I would have rather him said like, "Hey, everything's on the table," or just kind of just push it to the side and ignore the question or something.
Booner, if ESPN come in here with a sweeping contract, you out of here, bro.
Yeah, but I never. Well, no, I'm actually not. You know what? I'm not. I'm loyal.
He's a fucking liar.
I'm not.
Jeff, if ESPN came through with the bag,
I'm loyal to Crunch Time.
I mean, no, but that's not Booner. I'm saying anyone in life, like if a better opportunity comes to
but if I went on air this morning
bro.
and said, hey, people like say our contract with Crunch Time and Woodward's like coming to a close, right? And we're renegotiating, right? And let's say we get a new offer when that time comes, and we're sitting there having this conversation, and I come up here on a show, and people are asking, and I say I'm gonna be with Woodward Sports, like Crunch Time's gonna be with Woodward Sports for years to come. Like basically like just telling the people that, and then a week later I'm like, oh, just kidding, like I'm signing a massive deal with someone else. People be like, you just told us like a day ago that you were staying and you were going to be here for years to come.
Yeah, but then the next question would be, how much was it? And then it's like, oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah, but like
that's life, like Neil said.
Yeah,
I guess
people want to pull
the world we in.
If people want to.
But again, my point with this though, I'm sorry, Jeff. My point with this though, I wouldn't come up here and be like, I'm here for years to come until
that doesn't really bother.
It don't, right?
Because I get it. I understand it, but I think there's just too many examples in life where that probably happens more than in just life.
People's feelings change. Look at the fans; they hated War Manual. Now the feelings are starting to change.
I still hate them.
Time heals shit, especially natties. Dog, I'm telling you, it changes a lot, bro. It does.
Mm-hmm.
I still hate Word Manual. I'm not changing.
I don't necessarily care for him, but in this situation, it's not necessarily his fault.
I don't care how many national championships he brings me.
What he offered him. Now, if it comes out and it's a low ball offer and he looking like Scott Harris out here, then you got a valid gripe. But until then, hey, it's not his fault.
I listen again. At the end of the day, and this is where I'm just gonna make sure that people know. I'm happy that Dusty May came in and gave us a national championship. I respect that, and I will always. Joey asked us earlier, like, "Are you cheering for him?" I will put my foot down and say I will stand up and clap for him if he returns.
You're gonna be the only one booing when he comes.
I'm not booing. I'm clapping. He did get us a national championship at the end of the day. But if I ever speak with him in person, I'll say, man, I wish you would have stayed.
I mean, Hoof Hearted says, Booner, nah, dude, if ESPN comes with $1 million offer, it'd be insulting to us if you had a winning lottery ticket, but we're too chicken shit to cash it in. Well, to be fair, our situation, we're under contract. But if it was, it's different, We have an obligation. We have loyalty, and we're committed to doing the best we can to make Woodward as big as it can.
Exactly.
But if you're in Dusty May,
right,
and you have the contract details set up that way, there's there's kind of that feeling of, hey, he wants to leave. Right now, we are.
Jeff might have a buyout.
Damn, KG.
I'm sorry.
I can confirm there is no buyout.
Yeah, there's no
buyout. So we didn't. Yeah, Dusty May had a buyout. We don't.
Yeah.
You sure?
No.
Positive.
If CBS Sports comes swooping here,
I would tell him to kick rocks. I'm under contract.
All right. Man of integrity right there.
We're under contract.
Rake in the chat said Booner's going to have be at the Pistons Mavs game with a Dusty as a scumbag sign.
The only one.
That's you know what? That's content.
That might be good content.
That's good content. Yeah, that's Nomad Craig says horseshit, Jeff. No, I'm actually under contract. I can't show you the details, but you have to trust me on that.
With a buyout.
It would be a mistake.
Did you get a buyout? I didn't get a buyout.
No buyouts.
All right, I didn't get offered a buyout.
No
Negotiate better.
Man.
No, we are under contract.
For now.
Yeah, until we get depending on what we say on air, that could change. I don't know. But as of right now, we are good.
I can tell you do feel bad calling Dusty May a scumbag.
I
can
do.
tell you
I don't
feel
like.
bad.
Listen, it was an initial reaction, and I don't like. Scumbag should be for a word for real scumbags, right?
Yeah, scumbag is definitely aggressive.
Sharon Moore is a scumbag.
Yes, Sharon is a scumbag. And the reason I think I was so upset, I'm so upset originally about this whole thing, and you got Jeff, you know this, how big of a Dusty May fan I was. I love Dusty May. Like I thought, again, it should show that I thought they were going to win multiple national championships in the next few years with Dusty. I thought Dusty was the best college basketball coach in the country right now. And it shows. That's why he got the deal he got. So it hurts a little bit. You know, it's like I was loyal to Dusty.
Yeah,
I love Dusty. I appreciate everything Dusty gave us. But, man, does it hurt that we just got it just ripped from underneath us.
It's okay, Booner. You can look at that picture of him in the Izzone and just reminisce.
I see like that. Like that's like that's one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest Michigan pictures of all time. Like seriously. I love Dusty for that and his explanation behind it. It's like we won't get Dusty anymore. Like I just wanted more of Dusty. As weird as that sounds.
This is like a therapy session.
Right.
It's like pure psychiatry.
And knowing in my mind is Dusty will never come back, that sucks.
No, but I understand that that's the human. This is
the end of an era.
Booner being human. You were emotional, and you admit you were emotional.
People want me to sit up here and be like perfect, like broadcaster. I'm a human.
You're a Michigan fan. And you admit you were emotional to start with the scumbag stuff.
Give me a break, man.
Are you sad? Would you say you're
Varied.
sad?
I loved Dusty May. I legit thought we were about to win like 3 of the next 5. I loved Dusty May. He was the best college basketball coach in the country.
Hey, Blimpy says you didn't enjoy the championship he won, Booner. You were thinking about 3 championships ahead.
Yeah, maybe
you're right. You didn't enjoy the championship he did win. You're thinking about the next couple that were coming.
I was too far ahead.
You were.
And
you were.
That's on me.
You're getting ahead of yourself.
I for sure was.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were a Michigan fan, I think everyone was. Like we're about to start a generational run.
For sure.
So it's heartbreaking.
I'll take my one. First one in 20-plus years. I'll take it.
Detroit Dabber said Booner's waiting at home for Dusty to come home with milk and cigarettes.
Yes.
That's what this feels like to me right
Not
now.
coming back, bro.
Oh, that's good. Caleb, before we go
Zach Soap. These guys barely read the chat. We've read the chat all morning.
Yeah, Zach Soap, I think something's off with Zach Soap. I don't know.
Zach,
shout out Zach.
He said Jeff was a liar. Yeah.
No, Zach he just be hating in there. But we know what to expect out of Zach. Could you get to some of those super chats for us, Booner? Then we'll go to Booner. Caleb, then we can go to break.
Yeah, we got one here from Teflon Don 4199. Shout out. He says, TTUN 9 losses in the last 2 seasons. Y'all cheeks.
Damn. Okay.
Shout out Teflon, man. Oh, is that all we got?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, let's go to break. We come back. I'll give you guys the much needed update on what's going on with the Detroit Pistons. Okay.
And I hate this too.
Tyler Hero, is he coming home or is he not?
Neil said in the chat, Booner, you are allowed, encouraged even to say Bo Schembechler is a scumbag.
He is.
He fired Ernie Harwell. I have no comment.
And did some other unsavory things. But
yeah, well,
no comment, Neil.
That's a different show, different time for a different show. That's a longer show.
Scumbag might have been the wrong word to use today, so I apologize.
I tried to tell you just wanted to go on.
I'm an emotional human. You know,
we had a 10-minute conversation before.
Steve
the show
Lehman says, "Nah, Dusty told Boone he loved him, and then moved on to another girl the next day."
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, it's fair. We got to hear about our friends from Thrive.
All right, I'm going to get Dusty May. I'm going to send to his house a whole care package of Thrive while he's in Dallas. Now, most people think energy comes in a 16-ounce can full of sugar and neon-colored liquid, but Dusty, you know better. It's time to upgrade your game with Thrive energy pouches. It's a tobacco-free, nicotine-free mental powerhouse packing 300 milligrams of clean and smart caffeine, including alpha-GPC and L-theanine. You get no jitters, no sugar crash, and zero bloating. It's Thrive. It can be found at dipstop.com, and you can use promo code WSN for 15% off your entire order, or find them at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. Go get you some Thrive. Clean energy, zero distractions. They just effing work.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Thrive Energy Pouches give me the energy and clarity to find and beat the shit out of every opportunity that shows its face.
Live and direct, I'm back on set action. Create the wave, we cannonball splash 'em. Right court swinging, get your head shot. Point blank, dead stop. 16 balls in a headlock.
Thrive Energy Pouches are for the people who actually want to win, not for the crybabies out there who are happy with a participation award. There's zero sugar, so give Thrive a try.
Go.
Experience summer in Detroit with pro soccer at Keyworth Stadium. Every Detroit City FC match brings a new reason to show up early and stay late. Tickets available now at DeadCityFC.com.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Me tell the people about Mad Packs, the maddest of packs, and y'all always hear me bloviate, mostly because I always get the weed reads, but also because these are really, really good products. They got the Boom Shakalaka 200 milligram hash rosin gummies and the high-low 200 milligram live resin gummies. They also have the Mad Packs extracts. They got flour. They got whatever you need to get right for the summer. So listen, you want to go to getmadpacks.com and enjoy some of this great stuff that they got. Mad flavor, mad high, Mad Packs.
Crunch time, Woodward Sports, 11 to 1 weekdays. We spent an entire hour and some change talking about Dusty May Levy, Michigan. We were, it was like a therapy session, I would say.
Yeah.
Therapy session. You know, we were kind of getting out all those feelings. Booner came full circle. It took the hour, but he got there. Okay, we talked about other candidates that could be hired. You guys can rewind and watch some of that, but it's time to get some
real quick. I do want to just throw out there. They did announce, or it's being reported.
Let's hear it.
That Mike Boynton, the Michigan assistant coach, is going to be promoted to interim head coach. Wow. So they're probably still going to do a search.
Just to put out some fires right now.
Yeah, so right now he's going to be the interim. I'm sure that's to kind of help out with these players that they're probably going to enter the portal just to see what's out there. Doesn't mean they're leaving, but they're going to probably enter. So they're probably putting him up just so he can kind of help settle all that down with recruits, with transfers, different things like that, and we'll see what happens. Honestly, if I'm them, I just hire him and just let's see if he can replicate what they did last year, and kind of just roll with that. He's been with Dusty now for a while, so you kind of just let him go with it.
Yeah. Well, let's get to some of what the Detroit Pistons are doing this offseason. By the way, big stuff came out over the weekend. We're going to talk about it today, and if you haven't seen anything on social media, the Giannis trade rumors. Giannis is going to be on the move. The NBA draft is tomorrow. Which, by the way, big event plan here at Woodward Sports for that, so you're going to want to tune in for that. It's going to be awesome. Pistons are going to be picking in the first round, so you're going to want to tune in. But Giannis is going to be on the move before that. The Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics are the two teams. Now, they're two different scenarios. You have the Miami Heat, which if Giannis were to be traded to the Miami Heat, there would be maybe a third team involved, like the Detroit Pistons, where you could potentially get a Tyler Hero, which has been reported over the weekend. I think Koo was talking about it, Koo Cahill, a lot of national, Mark Stein, all these national reporters and local reporters, shout out Koo, were talking about the possibility of Tyler Hero coming to Detroit. And those things are starting to heat up a little bit. Then you have the Boston Celtics as of today that say, oh yeah, we'll put on the trade block Jaylen Brown, which kind of just shuts everything else down, because if you're the Milwaukee Bucks, you get a superstar in Jaylen Brown in exchange. At least there's you feel like you get something back. You lose Giannis, which Giannis, when healthy, is, you can argue, one of, if not the best player on planet Earth. Not anymore, really, with Victor, but one of the guys.
To clarify, the Heat deal would be more like pick-driven,
younger assets.
Yeah, and like the Celtics deal is more superstar-driven with
Jaylen Brown.
And if you're involved in that Tyler Hero deal, I think they reported the stuff that the Pistons have to give up would be Ron Holland, Isaiah Stewart, first-round pick, I think was the initial trade report. So and there was even people, by the way, we could talk about this scenario too. There was even people that saw that trade report and were like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to give up Ron Holland.
See, this is the issue. It's, if you're the Detroit Pistons, I was thinking about this earlier today. It's a failure if you don't go out and get one of these. in this offseason, like a Tyler Hero, I know the Austin Reeves, the Kyrie. And for people who think like, hey, I don't want to give up Ron Holland or Isaiah Stewart, you should want to. Like, you should want to upgrade this roster to try and win a championship. Like, there should be no one that's like, I'm all right. No, like, you should want, like, I would package multiple of those players in a first to go get someone that you can pair with Cade Cunningham to try and win a championship next year. You're at that point. There's no more, in my opinion, like, oh, Ron Holland's 20. No, you could get a player that's drastically better than Ron Holland and a Tyler Hero that could score 20-plus points a game and can kind of do other things for your team. Then just keep Ron Holland and be like, let's just keep building internally. Like, when I hear Trayshawn say, let's build internally, I only think with, like, Jalen, Asar, and Cade. That's it. There should be no other question about the other guys. Like, those other guys are all on the table. I wrote down this morning the whole list of, like, this is who I would put on the table. Karis LeVert, Duncan Robinson, Ron Holland, Isaiah Stewart, like, every first-round pick for the next however long you can go out for. Like, that's all should be on the table in the next 24 hours for the Detroit Pistons. And there should be no question about it. And if you're a fan that's, like, questioning, oh, I don't want Tyler Hero, I want to keep Ron Holland, then you're just an idiot. Because that upgrades your roster. That puts you in a better position to go win a championship next year. Yeah. I'm sorry. I love Ron Holland. As a person, it's awesome. We drafted him 5th overall. You know, we've built him up here. Tyler Hero's better.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving's better. And same with Isaiah Stewart. I love Isaiah Stewart. I love the whole mentality, the Detroit mentality. All of that was beef stew. There's better players out there. You can upgrade your roster. And it was very well known in this postseason that you need to do it. So it would be idiotic and it would be a failure if you leave the next 48 hours post-draft and you did not upgrade your roster and you actually picked at pick, what is it, 21, and you didn't trade Ron or Isaiah Stewart. That would be a failure in my opinion because you did not get better. And that's a fact to me. Like, I don't think that's a crazy statement to make. I think it's if you're serious about winning a championship now because you're in that era, you need to make moves to do it.
So let me set the table, and I want everyone's thoughts on this, chat included. Okay, let me set the table because before I get to the Tyler Hero stuff, I do want to say it's most likely that, in my opinion, Giannis is going to Boston. I think that's in my opinion. I think that's most likely going to happen, and then you're going to have to probably work out an individual deal for Tyler Hero. But I don't know if this 3-team trade is going to happen. Because Giannis, if you're going to trade Giannis, and I think it was reported also that the Bucks owner, he's probably looking at this thing like, hey, all he knows is we're getting Jaylen Brown back. Probably more intriguing from his standpoint, unless they want to go younger. True. Yeah. But let's set the table with this Tyler Hero stuff. So Tyler Hero is on an expiring contract. He's making $30 million. He is eligible for a 4-year, $206.9 million deal this next offseason, okay? And that could be eligible for a 5-year Supermax worth up to $380, obviously, if he's named to an All-NBA team. But if he leaves and gets traded to the Pistons, he's going to be, like Neil said, I think Neil said on the show too, it's probably going to have a 4 before the number. Yeah. You're probably looking to pay a guy like that a lot of money. Are we comfortable with that? Because you're going to have to extend him. He's only got a year left. Are you comfortable giving him $40-something million a year at the minimum? If you do trade Ron and you do trade Isaiah Stewart, because people probably are looking at this thing like, yeah, I would like to trade Ron, I would like to trade Isaiah, I would like to trade a first-round pick, but we have basically a 1-year rental that I think Tyler Hero would buy in. I think if he got here, he'd want to stay. But would you be willing to give him the money? That's what it comes down to.
I'm willing to give him the money because, look at it from the trade. Like Booner, you were talking about it. Like, people don't want to trade Ron. Getting a playmaker and a scorer isn't free. Like, those are sought after in this league. That's what the NBA is nowadays. You're not getting these guys for free. So yeah, you're gonna have to give up Ron. You're gonna have to give up Stu. You're gonna have to give up a first-round pick for a guy like Tyler Hero. And yeah, I would pay him if it's 4 for $206, like you said, Jeff, I would pay him the $50 million. I would, because I think he's a perfect pairing next to Cade. Obviously, there's some question marks on defense, but this is exactly what we've been asking for. A guy that could take the load off Cade. He could score. He could play make. Yeah, I would 100% give that money to Tyler Hero. And I think if we bring him in, if hopefully in a 3-team deal, I think he'd be bought in, and I think he'd be willing to sign an extension.
Yeah, if they trade for him, I think he's still eligible for that Supermax if he makes an All-NBA team.
But if he's not a part of the 3-team deal, we're not getting Tyler Hero because the Heat want to win. Like, they're not just going to trade Tyler Hero if it doesn't have anything to do with Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
I'm in on Tyler Hero. I said this last week, and I still stand by this. I don't think this Pistons team is as far off as maybe people think. I know we talk about big moves, but I think even a Tyler Hero could do wonders for this team currently. You get a 20-point scorer who can handle the ball. I mean, he's putting up double doubles in a season. I mean, he's averaging 5 rebounds, 5+ assists. He can get you I mean, he can not only score, and he's a high 40% field goal percentage guy, almost 40% from three guy, high 80s free throw line. He's efficient. Maybe he's not the best defender. But again, you got capable defenders on this team, and if you get to keep Lasar and you have Tyler Hero and Cade, those two in the playoffs, you can hide them.
Especially with a JB Bickerstaff-led offense and defense, they're going to still play defense. Even with Duncan Robinson coming over here, what was the talk? Oh, he's trash defensively. Duncan was kind of all right on defense with the Pistons. Yeah. Not saying he was a shutdown or anything like that, but he played better defense, especially in the playoffs. He played better defense than what we had seen up until that point. So I personally think Tyler Hero fits like a glove. I understand that the money for a player of his caliber is just a tad steep, but you are getting a star back in return, and I believe he is a star in this league. When you have your last 6 of your 7 seasons with 20 points a game, I would think that makes you a star.
With those numbers, too.
And he's done it on the biggest stages. He's done it in the playoffs. DNC ENT, shout out to you in the chat on the morning show. He said that he was the second best player on a finals team, and he was. I think that, adding a player like him, imagine if you had him during this playoff run. You probably beat the Cavs, and maybe you're having a conversation as to whether you beat the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals, man. So I think that it's a really, really good move. I do understand the money will deter some people, but that's just life in the NBA. You got to take a swing somewhere. This wouldn't be a bad way to start. Plus, you could go make another move to kind of solidify that wing spot.
Yeah, I mean, he's averaged 20 points per game in 6 straight years in the NBA. That's scoring. And I don't think people are like, well, he can't defend. Please tell me, and this is the world you start getting into, if you're trying to find the number one goal, in my opinion, this offseason, it's not getting defense on this team. You have really good defenders. Asar can defend, Cade can defend, and you have Jalen Duren who can defend, right? Mm-hmm. You need to get scorers.
And a ball handler.
And a ball handler.
And he does both.
And you can't have it all. It's hard in this league to find a number 2 option with Cade Cunningham and also be like, hey, can you also defend as one of the best in the NBA?
Yeah.
You're not going to get that. You're not. Kyrie's not one of the greatest defenders right now at his age in the NBA. Can he defend? Yeah, but he's a little older. But what do you need him to do if you get him? Score the ball, dish the ball handle, all of that. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for a scorer. You're not you could say that with most scorers right now in the NBA. Not all of them can defend at a high level. Not all of them can, but you need to find a guy who can come in here and help Cade Cunningham and get 20-plus points per game. So everything's not on Cade offensively, and you're adding another piece to him. That's what Tyler Hero is for you. I mean, the guy is a rookie. In an NBA Finals run as a rookie, averaged 16 points per game. As a rookie. Mm-hmm. I believe that was his rookie year, right? Or am I crazy at looking at this? Was that his rookie year?
I thought it was either his rookie year or second year.
Yeah, it was his second year.
19. Right. No, I think that was his rookie year.
Or was his first year making the playoffs?
In 2019. No, his first year was 1920.
Okay,
and they went to the finals in the 1920 year. I think that might have been the bubble year. Yeah. And he averaged 16 a game on that run. And then the next finals run, I don't actually think he played in that playoffs. I think he played.
Injured.
I think he played in one game that whole playoff run. But that season, he was their third leading scorer, and he averaged 20-plus a game for the Miami Heat in a year that they went to the playoffs. And they lost in the finals. And I bet if they have Tyler Hero, guess what? It would have given them a better chance. So you're talking about a guy that got paired with Jimmy Butler. And I could say this pretty confidently. Cade Cunningham's better than Jimmy Butler. And you're pairing him with a better player than he was in Miami, and they were great in Miami. Come on, man. It's an upgrade. And I think it's look at what Ron Holland, he lost minutes in the playoffs. Isaiah Stewart lost minutes in the playoffs. You're trading 2 guys that barely played for you in the playoffs for a player that could be your number 2 option. That's valuable. It really is.
Yeah, and we got a super chat here from THTS Iraq for shout out for the 199. He says, "I think trading Stu ruins our identity. Your identity, you lost in the second round. Your identity right now. I know it's fun, the bad boys. We're gonna play hard defense. You lost in the second round because you didn't have scoring. I'm not saying that identity is not fun, but I think identity and culture are 2 different things. Your identity that you tried to use right now, that we're going to hold teams to 85 points and we're going to just try to outscore them, it didn't work. Your culture's set. This is a winning locker room right now, and you just got to bring better players in. And trading Stu, you're going to have to do that if you want to fix these teams' needs, which is scoring.
I'll add to your point, Caleb. Isaiah Stewart, as much as he is beloved, and he's a great defender.
He's the heart and soul of the Pistons.
He's the heart and soul, but let's keep it 100. In the playoffs, he
barely played.
He averaged 12 minutes a game this year.
Yeah, his role decreased significantly.
It decreased.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is there's teams that can look at him as okay, they could use an Isaiah Stewart, but again, this is what we always talk about. The issue I have with this town is we tend to fall in love too much with players. And as much as you can say, hey, Isaiah Stewart, you are the heart and soul. Can they make playoff runs without him? Yeah. Because they made a playoff run. He averaged 12 minutes a game, and there were some games he did not play.
They played B-ball Paul because they needed more offense.
Yeah, I think it's a fact at this point. They have the roster to go win an NBA championship. You have to upgrade it. You're not going to win it with the Isaiah Stewart. It is what it is, or Ron Holland. They're good defenders, and they're the identity of what you're looking to do. But someone in the chat said, Cade is your identity. Cade goes out there, and Cade also does what Isaiah's. Cade doesn't take anything from anyone. Yeah. We know that. And Asar doesn't either. And neither does Jalen Duren. So it's you already have that identity built in within your franchise and your roster. Now it's about, hey, now we have to take that next step, man. This is that uncomfortable position that Detroit fans don't like, where it's you just fall in love with players, but you like players more than you like championships. That's the thing right now in Detroit. It's the same thing with the Lions and the Wings, and the Tigers and the Pistons. You fall in love with players over actual winning, and that's an issue.
And we say it all the time with the Lions. Grit culture and all this. You change the way people think about that franchise. If that's real, if it's a real identity and a real culture, it will last no matter who you bring in.
Exactly.
And we say the same thing about the Lions all the time. The Pistons are no exception.
Blimpy keeps spamming the chat saying in all caps, Brunson will torch Hero.
That's why I have
fun fact, Blimpy, what Caleb just said, you have someone called Asar Thompson that guards Jalen Brunson. Yeah. Cade Cunningham. You have other defenders.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah. I mean, if whoever you bring in, whether it's a Kyrie or Hero or any of these guys, obviously Trey Murphy, he's a two-way player, but whoever you bring in, they're not great defenders, but you're going to be able to hide them.
Yeah,
for sure.
You're going to be able to
do that.
And Tyler
Hero, his just Neil Rule reading facts off a screen. His defensive rating considered, if you take that defensive rating he had this season and mark it across the NBA, it's rated as average to slightly below average.
Yeah,
he's not
he's not a minus defender.
Yeah, he's not a terrible defender. He's an average to slightly below average defender.
He's
who gives you 20 plus a game with great efficiency.
And in this system,
scoring the ball,
he could look a little bit better under JB Bickerstaff. That's JB Bickerstaff's calling card, is getting the best defensive performance out of some players that you normally can't get everywhere. So I think with this system, he would look a little bit better. Once again, he won't be a shutdown defender, but like you said, he's an average to slightly below average. You can take that and you can work with it, especially when you have Asar.
He was on a Miami Heat team that was part of their identity too.
Exactly.
He
played with Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler, their identity was hard-nosed defense and just grit and grimy games. That's what that Heat team was for years with Jimmy Butler. So Tyler Hero knows how to kind of go about that.
Let's see, Chris, thank you for the 5. He says, I'm for it. He's a 20-point scorer. He can pass, mid-range, three-point shooter. He can pass. He's clutch. Everybody's getting better. You have to upgrade. Yeah, I'm with you. Neil Rule in the chat. Fun fact, they will ball screen with Hero's man and get the matchup they want, Booner. Come on, man. You know ball.
Yeah, but again, you're adding a score. How did that work? The defensive identity work for you this last off or postseason? You need a score. You need scoring. The NBA's game right now is scoring. And at the end, what did you just say? Tyler Hero, it's not that he can't guard. He's not a dummy out there.
Based on the metrics, he's average to slightly
what did Pat Bev calls Chris Paul? A cone? He's not a cone, Neil.
No, he's not.
He's a average NBA defender.
With Cade and Asar,
and then you have Jalen Duren. Okay, get in a matchup to where you pick and roll. Guess what? You have a good a defender at the rim. So if he takes him, gets to the rim, you have Jalen Duren. You do have other options. You're not sitting in dead water with Tyler Hero. It's not like you have a cone sitting out there that can't defend.
Yeah.
We can't. This is where I think you can't stack a team with 5 guys that can just are the best defenders in the NBA.
Can't shoot.
And if you do that, guess what? You're doing what you did last year, and you're not going to be able to score.
Yeah, you need to find your balance. Look at teams like OKC. Look at teams like San Antonio. Look at New York. They have Brunson. They have their score. Then they have 2 really good wing defenders, or maybe 3 in Josh Hart and OG and Bridges. You got to find that balance, and that's what Trajan has to do this offseason. I think getting a guy like Hero or Kyrie or one of these guys that That starts it.
Yeah.
Let's get to break. KG, tell us about Gold Crown.
I will tell the people about Gold Crown, man, and they got the new products in. Not really new. They done had them for a while, but listen, they last the test of time. I'm talking about the Royal Jesters, 1.5 grams each. And they are quad infused, and that means Keef coated, live resin infused, THCA diamonds, and terpenes all packed into one good tasting joint, man. And you actually come in a pack of 5, so you're getting value for that buck, man. But Michigan made, top tier, no shortcuts. Next time you're at the dispo, don't think, just ask for the Royal Jesters, because if you're gonna smoke, you should smoke like royalty.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
It's mortgage's symbol of excellence, part of the very fabric of mortgage pros. The blue jacket, a symbol reserved for those that have separated themselves from the pack. Those who chose discipline over excuses, standards over shortcuts. At Mortgage Pros, greatness isn't given, it is earned.
Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
All right, we're excited to welcome our new partners over at Founders Brewing and the legendary All Day IPA. This marks the 15th year anniversary of All Day IPA, and it helped define the session IPA category, but it is the fans that made it last. It's citrusy, it's crisp and refreshing, with a perfectly balanced taste. At 4.7 ABV, it's built to go the distance for the entire game. I'm going to the Tigers game tonight. I'm going to find an All Day IPA, so if you're watching the game, go get one, and please drink responsibly.
We're back. It's crunch time. Woodward Sports. People are talking about this Tyler Hero stuff. By the way, we have a poll in the chat. Would you, or are you willing to extend Tyler Hero? 53% of the people say yes. 47 say no. Split polls today, man.
It is, yeah, with the Dusty stuff and now this.
Yeah.
Hey, people don't. Hey, these are big. I think like the Dusty thing, obviously, it's a massive news, but like the Tyler Hero thing's massive. Like that could.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's huge.
Can I say one thing about the Tyler Hero thing too? And I guess it's more Giannis. I think and KG, you kind of said it earlier. I think the Bucks would be stupid to trade for Jaylen Brown.
It's so dumb.
So your core is Jaylen Brown, Ryan Rollins, and Miles Turner. You think you're going to win with that team?
Yeah.
Apparently
you have to go the younger route. Go get a Khalil Ware from Miami. Go get picks. Like, if you take the Jaylen Brown trade, I think you are stupid.
I think it's like a small market. They have fear of that.
And I get you're trying to sell tickets.
You
Like, I get it,
They
but
don't
it's
want
like
to backtrack that
They've
far.
had fear for a while. That's why they fired a 30-13 coach
They
and brought
fired-
in Doc Rivers.
Weren't they paying like 4 coaches at once at one point?
Something like that.
Like something insane.
It's like small market syndrome where you're fearful that if we trade Giannis, we may never get that caliber of player.
Yeah.
Like the OKC Thunder operate a certain way where they have SGA, but they also have a billion picks to where they
war chested.
Yeah, they war chested, which the Bucks could do that, and probably the smart thing to do. But the way ownership looks at it is, we're going to get a big name in Jaylen Brown here.
You out your damn eye.
That's how they
It
look at
did get reported. I saw in the last like 30 minutes that an NBA reporter did put out there that said they're not looking to get younger. Like they're looking
want a
for
name.
a star.
That
So
doesn't
they are
make
looking
any
for a
sense to
Jaylen
me.
Brown.
Gonna compete,
Which is
bro.
crazy though, because the report 2 days ago, I was telling Jeff, the report 2 days ago was even if there was a Celtics trade, that the Bucks don't want Jaylen Brown, and now all of a sudden as it gets closer, they're like, all right, we'll do it. I wonder if that's because they couldn't figure out something with the 3-way trade.
Yeah.
Because I told them in the back, like if that's the report's true, right? Like if the Pistons are in on Tyler Hero, then the Bucks are like, well, if we do Celtics, we don't want Jaylen Brown, so you have to put Jaylen Brown on a third team. I wonder if there was like a, hey, what if the Pistons were in on that? and then you have to get rid of even more. But like if you're the Pistons, you're sitting there going, Cade and Jaylen Brown, like it's a championship.
Or what if the Bucks were just using the Heat or they weren't using, but they were kind of waiting to see if they'd get another offer.
Yeah,
like they're like, we could do this, but let's see what else is out there.
And then
the Celtics come in late and is like, we'll give you Jaylen Brown, because imagine the Celtics right now, they just put Jaylen Brown up for a trade. He can't go back there. There's no way. They just straight up were like, hey, we'll bid Jaylen Brown. Like they got to deal him at this point.
Yeah, you know that's actually a fair point.
Like now he's
already won with him. I mean, shit, you can try Tatum and Giannis together. That's not a bad duo at all. So
once you're already there, you're there.
Yeah.
Like if you're the Celtics, you're like, well, we got to trade Jaylen Brown now. So they're probably going to be uber aggressive to get Giannis.
Yeah, like, imagine if they don't and they end up just rolling.
That's worst case for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, Caleb, let's get to your segment. Shit you may not know. Tell us about some shit.
Can I ask you guys real quick a question about this thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
To cap off the Pistons thing, are you guys disappointed if they pick tomorrow? If they have picked 21, are you like looking at it and if they end up actually picking and they stick with Isaiah Stewart, Ron Holland,
that's a good question.
And they go through that and you know Trajan's like it's more likely that I stay or move up than it is for me to move back and out. Are you guys disappointed if that happens?
A little bit.
I'd say I'm not going to pound the table for it, but yeah, I will be upset because I mean, you look at these players that have been mentioned for the Pistons, like a Trey Murphy, a Kyrie, like you're probably going to have to use that 21st overall pick. So that means that Trajan didn't have a trade on the table for it or turn some trades down. I'm not going to like pound I'm not going to be super pissed off, but yeah, I'll be disappointed because that means we probably not getting one of those guys.
I think you would have had a better chance to land a better deal before the draft than after the draft, but there's still options on the table if they do decide to just go ahead and draft a kid. So I wouldn't be like Caleb said, I'm not pounding the table, but a little bit of me would be upset.
Yeah, I disappointed, fair. I don't think I would be upset because at this point right now on Monday, June 22nd, it's this Tyler Hero thing or you're rolling in and you're taking a pick. I mean, that's pretty much what it is.
But if the report is it's a 2-team trade and that means the Pistons are out, so now you have to take the pick.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, pick is valuable. Go get someone with that pick. Like there has to be a team out there with a player that's like, hey, we're looking to add more assets. Once you make that pick, you can't really use that anymore.
No,
you have because you picked your guy.
But you got a day to find a deal you like.
Yeah.
And right now it seems like it's Tyler Hero or bust.
I mean, you could draft a player, like assuming another team wants a certain player. You could draft him and then trade him. But I think the likelihood of that is probably small. But 20, it just all depends on how that board looks, man. Because once you get out of that top 15, it gets a little greasy, man. And with this draft being a loaded draft like it is, I do expect a lot of moves on draft night. And you may get shut out of a player that maybe you was looking at. So that's where my concern comes in. I'd much rather you trade for a veteran than rely on the draft to try and get another good young player in here.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought process is I just want to use this pick as an asset.
Yeah.
I think what's going to happen if he doesn't end up getting Tyler Hero, he's going to trade up tomorrow. That's what's going to happen.
I don't see that.
He said it's more likely for me to trade up.
Honestly, but in this draft, like, are you that mad if you this draft is so loaded? Like,
but it falls off at like 15 or something. Like you want to get up there if you want like legit talent. Like if you're talking about like using that pick for a Tyler Hero, if you want someone that can come in and help you right away, you got to get up a little bit. You can't just sit at 21.
I just don't know if he gonna find the right deal to move up, and how aggressive you talking about moving up. It's a lot of factors.
By the way, Neil says, "Ish you may not know, Caleb doesn't think May is a scumbag, but could understand if you do."
I could see both sides of it. That's what's I could see both sides. You know, Booner called him a scumbag. If people don't think he is, I can see it.
I can understand if you do.
People are allowed to have their opinions. That's why this country's so great.
All right,
thank you. Hey, Caleb, thank you.
Let's get to it. Shit you may not know. We do it every single day, late in the second hour. Caleb, tell us about some shit we may not know.
Okay, well, there is something I'm actually not happy about. And Booner, you know I love you a lot. You're one of my best friends.
Here we go.
And Booner was bringing up earlier, Dusty, he's a man of his word, everything. So if you didn't see on our socials on Friday, I beat Booner in a putting contest.
Oh, no.
I don't lose because I'm the fucking man when I'm on the green, on the short stuff. I haven't three-putted in years. So I beat Booner in a putting competition. And
Pop your shit,
and
Caleb.
we were KG, you weren't here. We were supposed to have McDonald's breakfast.
Yeah, that's on me.
This morning.
That's on
me. And that was the wager. And Booner, again, you know I love you, but
you're not a man of your word.
I will bring it tomorrow.
A sausage, egg, and
I
cheese.
forgot. Listen, hand up. That's on me. I need to remember. I mean, I would think though, if you wanted the breakfast sandwiches, so just text me.
No, but I trust you. No. But I trust trusted you.
Okay, tomorrow there will be breakfast sandwiches in the studio for our crew here.
Now, Booner, you said that publicly.
Yeah,
now that's
there will be.
Allow-
Listen, hand up.
Don't
People,
be Dusty
not a
May.
lot of people like to take accountability for their mistakes. It's a lot actually in our industry. I will hand up, say, hey, that is on me. I did not do it just to get out of it. I just forgot. It was a long weekend.
Is there a tax?
Yesterday was Father's Day.
Oh yeah, there's some interest.
I'll bring everyone gets a hash brown. I'll bring 4 hash browns as well.
I was about to say I am included. In this,
yes,
correct?
I will bring
Okay,
4
cool.
sandwiches and 4 hash browns.
Lentz is also included.
Lentz, I will bring 5 then, 5 and 5 because Lentz did film.
right,
So 5 and 5.
Sounds good.
That's on me. Hand up.
Hey,
is that fair? Is that fair?
That's
accountability?
fair.
I
That's
think that's
respect,
fair.
yes.
Keep the egg off my shit. Though.
Yes.
That's sausage McMuffin.
Sausage McMuffin. Just let me know.
Their
I
eggs
want
are
that
kinda
fake
Let's
egg.
do this now.
Their eggs are
Sausage McMuffin. Egg. You want egg?
I'm good with just sausage.
I could get eggs if you want.
I'm good with just. I'm kind of with KG. That
2
fake
sausage
egg,
and
that
fake
fucking
egg.
grosses
I'm
me out.
good, bro.
So,
You give me whatever.
do you like egg?
Yeah.
So an egg McMuffin, I'll probably have a sausage. Maybe I might find a deal. Maybe I'll get each guy 2. Not gonna commit to it, but if there's a
They're
nice deal,
$150 a piece at the one over here. So
then maybe I'll do that. And I have the app too, because if you have the app,
Yep,
there's some
you
discounts and stuff.
There
Maybe
you
I'll
go.
try.
Now
Maybe
you
I'll just
cooking.
buy like 10 sausage McMuffins.
Yeah. I'll do a sausage. You throw it in
Okay.
there. All right.
Yeah.
There you
Maybe
go.
I'll just do. I'll bring in like 10 sausage McMuffins. I think
Sounds
that might be
great.
good.
Can't
And
wait.
I will say, if you get bacon from McDonald's, it's kind of nasty. I'm just gonna say that sausage is the way to go.
Now you're a scumbag if you don't have it tomorrow. I hope you know that.
Yes, that's on me. That's on me. I'll set a
damn near
I'll set a
scumbag
reminder so when I'm driving in, it pops off while I'm driving, and I can see it. Boom, and then I'll make a quick pit stop. Mike G said, Booner, can you take the scumbag moniker off the Dusty May table? I remove scumbag from Dusty May officially. Again, here today. This is a show of accountability for me today. Accountability. I remove scumbag from Dusty May.
There we go.
I just want that on record.
That's a hand up moment. I respect
Yep.
that, Booner, a lot. And look, this is a tough look for me, fat guy, and I don't want to do a whole segment on McDonald's, but I'll tell you what, fellas, the fried apple pie.
No.
It's back at McDonald's.
Oh, wait,
And
It left?
The fried apple pie.
I'm confused.
I think it was the 90s it was there, but now it's back. And let me tell you, fellas, like I'm not, again, fat guy, you're going to be like, Caleb, shut up. You're definitely a sweets guy. I'm usually not a sweets guy, but these fried apple pies,
Well, hold on, Caleb.
They're crazy.
Your concern level. I mean, they brought back the snack wraps. Those were mid.
No, I didn't. I was never a snack wrap
guy. The new
guy.
version of the snack wraps are mid. They're not like they used to be.
Yeah,
Are you
no,
worried
they
about the
suck.
fried apple pie?
Absolutely.
Are you
suck.
worried?
Well, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Because
Now,
I think people are more. I don't know if McDonald's is, but people are more worried about ingredients and stuff. I think that's why the snack wrap isn't as good. I was never a snack
wrap is
guy.
not the same.
Like
It's
it
not the
didn't knock
same.
my socks off when I heard that the snack wrap was back. But I could see the appeal for
Okay.
it. I
Now,
guess.
can I ask a question with my Specs Howard education? Weren't
Shout
the
out.
apple pies already fried?
That's what I thought.
No, they
Yeah.
were there, but they weren't. But they were like
Don't
baked.
they deep
These
fry
were-
the apple pie?
No, that's why everybody was mad, was because they had these new ones that were baked or something, and now they're back and they're fried. They had
I've
them in the
always thought they
90s.
were fried. I'm with KG. I thought that, and
Like
I don't
they
know.
drop them in the fryer.
I don't know what the difference is going to be, to be honest, because they were already like crunchy before.
Yeah.
There's just gonna. That's the only reason for frying them.
Look,
is
the
they're,
people
like,
love
crunchier.
them. The people love them.
I'll eat it.
I'm a fan of them too.
I'd
But
eat it.
I'm gonna try it for sure.
another one here too, real quick.
Food one?
I don't know if you guys watched the U.S. Open. For me, it was so fun to watching Shinnecock. Like these players really struggle. Wyndham Clark wins the U.S. Open. He broke a couple records. Or I guess he's in the history books after this win. He had the lowest 36-hole score in U.S. Open history at Shinnecock Hills. He was the 9th player in PGA history, or I guess U.S. Open history, to be a wire-to-wire winner. And he matched the lowest winning score in Shinnecock history.
I will say the performance from Wyndham Clark throughout the weekend was incredible.
The crowd was against him too.
It was. Well, I can get why, because he had a 6-stroke lead going into Sunday. Like
Yeah,
that's
and
like you
Scotty's
want
chasing him for the
yeah
Grand Slam.
at the
Grand
U.S.
Slam,
Open
yeah.
you want competitive, right? And he kind of made it uncompetitive, and that's good for him. That means he had an incredible weekend. Me and Jeff, we were at dinner on Saturday. We were watching the TV. I mean, the guy was like 8 under, and the next guy was 1 under. It wasn't even like a competition. And obviously it got close, and he ended up finishing it down the stretch. But that was incredible. And too, by the way, like his dad like surprised him on the green after.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Good moment.
Great story.
Yeah, I think a lot of people too. Again, like you said it, Jeff. Like people were rooting for Scotty. He was going for the Grand Slam. It was his birthday. But and I will say I did take when Burns was really cooking at the end. I took Wyndham Clark. I got him at like -118 with a 2-stroke lead. So that was nice. Won some money this weekend. Because Booner didn't send me his World Cup bet.
I have, by the way, I did go yesterday, another 2-0 in the World Cup. I just keep winning in the World Cup. I don't know the exact record, but I might be like 18-4 or something in the World Cup.
Yeah.
It's insane. And I did just put a bet on it. You guys want the bet?
What?
Argentina money line, Messi 4 shots. Not shots on goal.
I don't want to get screwed by the shots again. We got screwed in the USA parlay.
Yeah, but it's Messi. We're talking about Messi here, guys. It's Messi. So I'm
gonna
taking
get some shots.
Yeah, he's gonna get 4. So and it doesn't even have to be shots on goal. It's just shots.
And shout out World Cup. That Uruguay game, that shit was live. Bro.
The World Cup is insane.
Yeah, man.
I enjoy. And USA went nuts on Friday and ended up
they
winning.
beat Australia. Shut up.
And I think they
still not gonna win the cup.
No, they're not. They'll probably lose in the first round or something.
Who's the favorite right now to win it?
I did give out a bet. I gave out the USA bet and the shots, and we did get screwed.
Yeah, is Spain still the favorite?
Probably. Yeah, I would assume.
Oh, no, they've been struggling.
Yeah, but I think like
they getting by.
I feel like the favorites don't. Here, I got it right now. World Cup. How do I find this?
Let's see. Right now it's France plus 400.
Okay. It's not bad. Maybe I'd take a favorite. Also, I will have a bet here right now just real quick because we didn't get to talk Tigers today. I'm going to the Tigers game.
We all are.
Yeah, the boys are going.
It's a Crunch family outing.
Tigers plus 108. Tigers money line. I'm adding it. Tigers money line.
Here we go, KG.
Tigers money line tonight.
Who's
plus
on the mound
108.
tonight?
Valdez.
Oh, great.
Versus.
Oh, great.
Who is it? What's the matchup? It's Valdez versus Garrett Cole.
Yeah, Garrett Cole's gonna cut him up, dude.
Give me Tigers money line today. That's the if Neil talks about his Booner get right. Yep. It's 1-1 right now.
Tigers
money
2-1.
Let's get to some massage chair house and we'll go to break.
Yeah, massage chair house.
Drop your mailbag questions too.
Mailbag, drop them.
Looking to take your relaxation to the next level? Visit Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, the largest massage chair room in the Midwest, featuring top brands like Infinity and Osaki. This is your destination for premium comfort and cutting-edge wellness technology. Experience the difference with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, and creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at the Wellness Doc. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. One's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
Neil Rule and Sean Belizian wake you up every Monday through Friday on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. That's right, Big D Energy has moved to mornings. Get your morning dose of Neil's tone and Sean's insanity. Weekdays 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Two Detroit sports legends coming together for the best Detroit sports morning show there is. Big D Energy, waking you up weekdays on Detroit's #1 sports network.
All right, if you're looking for a career upgrade, check out Mortgage Pros, the #1 mortgage broker to work for in the state of Michigan. We saw their incredible company culture with the Braylon Show firsthand at the annual block party, and their team, they truly love what they do, and it shows. With 4.9 stars on Google and over 4,000 reviews, their reputation, it speaks for itself. So if you are looking for a new job, give Mortgage Pros today a call, 248-416-1361. Mortgage Pros, let the pros handle it. And then let me tell you about Black Rock. You guys know Black Rock Bar and Grill for the ultimate dinner sizzle. Now, they're bringing back the same heat to your mornings, introducing the brand new Black Rock Brunch. They're serving up a fresh menu stacked with mouth-watering twists on all of your favorite breakfast foods. Check it out at their Heartland location daily from 7 to 11 a.m. or catch the weekend vibe in Novi from Friday to Sunday from 9 a.m. to noon. Ditch the boring breakfast. Come taste the new standard for flavor, morning flavor, Black Rock Brunch. And also, too, I believe, we could double check, but I believe the Pistons NBA draft, our watch party will be at one of these locations. I believe it'll be at the Heartland location. I could be wrong, but keep your eye out. We're going to be doing, I think, a draft party from one of the locations of Black Rock. Go check out blackrockrestaurants.com.
We're back. It's Crunch Time Woodward Sports Mailbag. Zach Soap, he says, Mailbag, how's Adam and Fish doing? Oh, they're both doing well.
Doing great, yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to golf with Adam this weekend, but it
didn't work out. It was Father's Day. Everything was booked up.
So poor Adam. We'll go back out there, though.
But we did talk to Adam last week for a while. Yeah. And he's doing well.
And if y'all want to see Fish, go down to the Motor City Cruise games.
He's crushing.
He's everywhere. Go follow Fish on like Instagram, and you could literally just figure out where he is and what he's doing. His Instagram story every day, there's like 30 things. he just documents his whole life. And Adam's more so just low key, but Adam's living, man. He was actually, he told us, I think he went to the Messi game.
Yeah,
him and his wife, they went out and saw Messi get a hat trick in the World Cup. So he's been living.
Let's see here. God Hates Cards mailbag. Remember the shoe money scandal from the 90s? Michigan should just hire the local elite travel basketball coach to replace Dusty and eliminate the middleman.
You know who I actually think? I think they end up just getting Billy Donovan. I think that's I think Billy Donovan's going to be in play. I think that's a name to keep an eye. It's either going to be Billy Donovan or that assistant that they just made interim.
In terms of college, that's not the worst move.
No, that would be a massive move, and they have the name and the brand now to be able to in the college world to be able to do that.
Mike G. Mailsack, if you had to pick one hypothetical Wolverine for the Pistons, who would you take, Mara, Yax, or Merez?
Probably Yax. Yeah, that's probably
he'd be a perfect fit.
Better. Coming off the bench.
I wouldn't be mad at Merez though. I think people sleeping on Merez a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Dante, Mailsack, should people keep an eye on Ivory Coast because they almost knocked off Germany this past Saturday? Could they be the giant killers?
Possibly.
Ivory Coast. Shout out, dude. What a story. Maybe, yeah. I mean, I like it. I like it, Dante.
Yeah. Ivory Coast.
Wow. Ivory Coast.
To me, Cape Verde
they're battling.
is kind of the ones that people are sleeping on. Maybe.
Yeah. Didn't they play? Did they play yesterday? Yeah, they did. They tied with Uruguay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hell of a game.
I think they've had 2 ties now.
Rake. Mailbag, bigger scumbag, Dusty for leaving or Booner for not honoring his breakfast sandwich bet this morning?
I would say Booner, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, but I'm honoring it tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's getting honored.
I might not be alive tomorrow, Booner.
We're going to be here tomorrow.
If it's not tomorrow, there's interest on it.
There's already interest.
That's what I'm saying. It's a hash brown per day. So then we could have like if he doesn't get it till Friday, we get 4.
How many hash browns do you want?
Well, I don't know. There's interest. That's how it works.
That's fair.
So you're going to eat 6 hash browns.
I mean, if you keep forgetting.
Come on.
Who farted his mailbag? Hoodies in the summer or shorts in the winter? Ooh, everyone knew a shorts in the winter guy. You always.
I got a hoodie on today. It's the summer.
Hoodies in the summer is fine, I think.
Hoodies in the summer, shorts in the winter is diabolical. That's
hoodie in the summer, depending on how. If it's like a 60-degree day in the summer, you can get off with a hoodie.
Well, today's not that bad. It's just like a normal. It was like 65 this morning.
Yeah.
What are you more likely to say something about though? Like you're walking down Royal Oak.
Shorts in the winter.
No question.
Yeah, I agree. The only time I would wear shorts in the winter was if I was like going to the gym for basketball or something.
Right.
And I was like, I'm not changing. I already got my shorts on. That's it. But I'm going from the car to the gym. Yeah. I'm not walking around. People like daily will like walk around in shorts. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the shorts in the winter, people, man.
They different.
You guys are. That's a sick thing. That's like.
Yeah, but they do it to make a statement. They're not doing it because they're comfortable.
So they're seeking attention.
Yes.
Okay.
Sean Belizean might be a shorts in the winter guy. I've seen him wear shorts.
I don't think I've ever seen Sean wear pants.
He doesn't.
He's just
if
only
he can't
shorts.
Help it, he's not wearing pants.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him wear like jeans or anything. Now that I think about it,
but you got to think Sean's had so much time wearing like nice clothes on. He's on TV. He's probably just like, you know what? I could finally
just
wear
Sean just do what the hell he want to do.
Shout out Sean, man. By the way, he stopped in and took care of the boys.
Dude, those ribs were
shout out to the heavies for the
heavies.
Yeah. They gave their life for the summertime. Holy
shit. They
shit.
laid it all on the line, man.
They did, bro.
We stopped in here Friday night to check in. They probably were live at that point for about 6-7 hours, and we popped in. These guys were
they were going at it.
Face paint. They were deep in the Founders. I mean, Sean stopped in, dropped off some smoked ribs.
Yeah.
The sausage,
boys
it
were
was
battling.
all that was so good.
Dog,
They were battling.
Nick being drunk is one of the best events ever. Like,
I mean, Nick looked like the Joker.
oh,
He
man.
gets to it. Nick gets to a
going on?
different level when he gets
I'm
drunk.
trying
It's
to
like a
tell
different
y'all,
human.
Every time I've seen Nick
In a
drunk,
good way,
it's
not
been
a bad
hilarious
way.
every single time.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not a bad thing. He just gets to like what's that split personality thing? When he gets a couple drinks in him, it's a different Nick you're getting.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, Nick.
Me and Kool-Aid still got a video of him being drunk at a Pistons game. Maybe we'll drop that.
Oh, we
people
need
one day.
that. We need that.
It was great. It was absolutely great.
To see Easy with the his face paint, dude.
Yeah, the kiss, the Gene Simmons face paint.
The Gene
awesome.
Simmons.
Did he did like the little shot, the little spinning shot? That shit was dope.
Yeah, that
man.
video
It
was
dope
sick.
as hell.
Man.
Him and Gordon just going about fucking Royal Oak. It was great, man. Shout out the guys.
And they were
man.
trying to FaceTime Neil.
I woke up actually because I left here maybe like, I don't know, we left at like midnight. I got home at 1. I woke up the next morning and there was like a 3 a.m. like 2 FaceTime calls from Easy. And I was like,
Neil
wow.
got that you up call at 4 a.m.
Right.
The guy was not.
They were just like
Poor
going
guy,
through
dude.
calling everyone. It was
Safe to say they didn't hit the goal, but they gave it their all.
yeah. They try. Hey man, they put the effort.
Fought like
They
hell.
went way too hard.
Yeah, you just got to appreciate the effort put in there. I
Yeah.
mean, they're playing. I tuned in. I was up at 6 a.m. on Saturday. I tuned in.
Yeah.
And they're just zombies, dude,
Dead,
playing college
bro.
football, playing Madden.
I woke up at 8 a.m. The first thing I did is donate $10 and just like straight, like eyes just opened up, put Chris in the corner. $10, boom.
Put Chris in the corner.
And then I just shut it off and went back to bed.
You not shit, bro.
Hey man, I was like, I want to get involved here a little.
Let's see. Is this true?
I think this is true.
What?
You can read it.
Dante 151 shout out 199. He says, guys, Easy and Spenny have to get a JG 16 tattoo.
I think it is true. It was like a certain amount of money for tattoos. The thing they were trying to figure out, I don't think they could get the tattoo person there. They might be doing it today, actually.
So wait, they are actually getting.
I think so.
Because Spenny has always said like he would do it if the Lions won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think that was part of like a certain amount of money.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
He moved up the due date or something, man.
Shit. Easy with a Jared Goff tattoo.
I'm pretty sure.
Stick will fucking lose it, bro. Stick will have man.
That's unreal.
I think the tattoo person's either coming like today or tomorrow to do it. I could be wrong. Again, this is I was listening to the end of the stream, and that was what they were saying. So something could have changed in the last 48 hours. So we'll see.
We'll get out of here. We appreciate you guys. Appreciate Neil hopping on the show as well. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. We'll be live tomorrow to preview the NBA draft.
Hit that like button. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Dusty May, I apologize. You're not a scumbag, all right? I apologize, Dusty. You're not.
But Booner is if he don't bring sandwiches.
And I'll bring some breakfast tomorrow for the boys, and as well, Billy Donovan, I love you. Like, come on, Billy.
There you go. 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Ann Arbor's waiting, Billy.
Peace.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.